Dude, so do you want to like address
7 Democrats didn't want it either.
Is that supposed to mean that it's not bipartisan? That
Yes,
means
when you only have 3 Republicans that wanted it, that.
Okay, so I'm gonna shut you up because you're just fucking annoying. Okay, you understand that left-wing people, progressive left-wing people, didn't support it. Okay, so that doesn't show that it's not bipartisan. Appreciate the team Victor. That just shows that it's more of a center policy because it is the case that people who were on the left didn't support it because they were on the left. Right? Do you understand the distinction?
Parker, do you understand the distinction that
Can you
was
repeat to me what I
hardly
just said?
Here we go.
Can you, instead of just repeating the same point you've already made, I would love a response to what I just said, or are you repeating what I just said? Because it sounds like you
Yeah,
didn't
I
listen to it.
understand the distinction you're trying to make, and it's incorrect.
What did I say?
It's incorrect.
What did I say?
You said that because there was a number of people on the left that didn't want it, and it was more centered, then you're trying to call it bipartisan. Let me tell you, bipartisan does not just mean because there's a few Republicans.
No. I was showing how your point doesn't make sense by saying that it's not bipartisan, by indicating that there were people on the like the progressive left that disagreed with it.
How many
That doesn't
Republicans
at all indicate that it's not bipartisan.
Tell me
So
how
you
many
didn't listen.
Republicans made
So
it partisan.
either you have like, dude, you have like 2 working brain cells, and you can't understand what I'm saying to you.
I can guarantee my education's higher than yours, young man. And how old are you
Really,
again?
really, are you pro-life?
Are you 20?
I'm 22. Are you pro-life?
22. You graduated college yet?
I'm asking, are you pro-life? Yes, I have.
Am I pro-life? Hell yeah, I'm pro-life. You're not?
Yeah, I have a question. How many holes are below the
Nice
waist do women
pivot.
typically have?
It's a nice pivot. I like
How many holes below the waist do women typically have?
That's a nice pivot, man.
Can you answer the question?
Boy, you're a pivot. You're like Kevin McHale out
Can you
here.
answer the question?
You're like Kevin McHale out here pivoting.
Can you answer the question?
What did you say? How many holes do women have? What type of fucking question is that, Parker?
Yeah.
Is that what you think about? You think about questions like that to ask people?
So he doesn't know the answer?
Hold on. You Kevin McHale on me.
I just want to know, do you know 5th grade biology?
Do you know who Kevin McHale is? I know, it's such a low level question.
Pete, I'm literally asking you 5th grade biology and you can't answer.
It's such a low level question for you to ask.
Yeah, and exactly, you can't answer it. It's hilarious.
How many holes do women have below their waist?
Yeah, typically, yeah. Can you answer the question?
2.
It's 3, genius. Holy shit. Wow, you are fucking intelligent, Pete. You must have skipped 5th grade biology. You're so intelligent. You're so educated. You're so intelligent and so educated. You skipped 5th grade biology. It's urethra, vagina, and anus. Right? Did you forget? You know there's a distinction between the vagina and the urethra?
Urethra. Here we go.
Yeah, you didn't know. You didn't know 5th grade biology?
Wow, you feel good about
Jesus
yourself?
Christ,
you know what a urethra is?
Do you feel good about yourself?
Wow,
Do you feel good about yourself, like literally being annoying on lives, right? With a 22-year-old liberal that you're arguing against, saying that I'm uneducated, when on average Trump supporters are literally less educated, and that only with people with literally degrees voted, that Kamala Harris would have won like Reagan did. Push the hand heart. So I don't even want to hear it when you talk about education. Like the fact that you would literally brag about education is so laughable. When I ask you a basic 5th grade biology question, you can't answer it.
That's how triggered you are.
No, I'm not even triggered. I'm just literally arguing against you. You literally think someone arguing against you and demonstrating facts means they're triggered. I said something fast. I said something fast, and you're like, dude, he's triggered. Oh my God. He's so triggered because he said something fast.
I mean, look, you had to pivot to
Do I look triggered right now? Do I look triggered? I think I look comfortable right now. That's what I look like. And you're just trying to gaslight the audience because you got nothing else to hand on to.
Let's go back to what we were talking about. How about that, Parker?
Okay. You can run back to your safe space. Go ahead and run back to your safe space, buddy.
How often do you pivot to vaginas? Do you do that often?
Yeah, you can run back to your safe space, Snowflake.
That's hilarious.
Keep running back to your safe space, away from facts and evidence.
Yes. Right.
Away from 5th grade biology. Jesus.
Says a man who thinks a man can be a woman, huh?
Yeah, you just don't know how that people can use different.
You think a man could be a woman? Oh man.
Because you're trying to pivot away from me addressing that point.
Health issue, so you probably don't.
What's that?
I think it's still a mental health issue.
Yeah, but can you respond to what I just said? There's nothing in the DSM that says being trans is.
Out by by a landslide, bro.
What? Okay, do you think that Trump got blown out by a landslide in 2020?
No, it was stolen.
Oh, okay. So then why did they just like forget to steal it? Okay, that's the same troll. Okay. All right, let's go into the next individual. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. All right, let's get the next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Okay. Everyone, do tap that screen. Run that shit up. Okay, fill the bar up a few times. Okay, I know you think it doesn't matter, but it does. I promise you. Like, watch that shit go. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. You know, chat. You guys are just stuck with me today. Dean's not gonna be on live. We're babysitting MAGA today. That's what we're doing. Yo, thank you so much for the paper crane. Thank you. All right, let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Hey, I'm 21.
Did you vote Trump?
Hey, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I really want to have a tickle fight with you, man.
What? Okay, I appreciate the hat mustache. Thank you so much. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, thank you. I appreciate the what is that? The woolly hat? Thank you. I appreciate it. It's making me look even more cozy. More cozy. This is the most cozy I've ever looked on a live. Yo, it's a pal to you?
Hey, I'm 34.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Yeah, because he's gonna stop all this LGBT madness, and especially women, especially men getting to women's sports.
Wait, how is it? Okay, I have a question. What state do you live in?
California.
What time is it right now? What's up?
It's 7:51.
No, it's 2:51. I live in California, bro.
Bro, no, don't drop me.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? Imagine not liking trans people so much that you had to go onto a live and pretend you support someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, literally just to be able to like say that you don't like trans people. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28.
Are you driving?
No, I'm a passenger.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. The microphone is a little bit hard to hear you anyway, so I'm just gonna go on to the next person. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 27 years old, actually.
Yeah, in like what, 10 years? No, sorry, 15. My bad. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, sir.
What's your birth year?
2005, June 30th. I'm 19 years old.
Okay, you're 19. Okay, so why did you vote Trump?
Well, I mean, the reason why I'm on here is because I really don't know as much as I should. So I do have an open mind, so I kind of just want to hear your thoughts, and I want you to kind of change my mind, if that makes sense.
Have I already talked to you?
No.
Okay, so for example, Donald Trump's tax policy will decrease taxes on overwhelmingly rich people and increase them on the low and middle class, right? So his tax policy will disenfranchise a majority of the population. He's been held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will, and he, as it relates to like California fires, like in the past, literally said that he thinks that the climate is going to start cooling and that science just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right to me. So, no, that just doesn't sound like a good thing. Why should I support Kamala Harris? Or not, well, she's not in the race anymore. Why should I be a Democrat? You give me reasons on why I shouldn't like Trump, and I think those are valid reasons. Being found liable for that is obviously horrible, and I would never want that on anybody. So that obviously concerns me. Can you give me some reasons on why I should be a Democrat without like mentioning Trump?
Yeah, yeah. So like, they're the ones advocating for policy that will like help people who are in the lower middle class, specifically a child tax credit. There is like an increase specifically in the child tax credit for the first year of a child's life to 6,000, 3,600 through them being 5 years old, 3,000 through them being 18, which when implemented in 2021 reduced childhood poverty by 40 to 50%. They also did the largest investment in renewable energy ever through the Inflation Reduction Act. Right, they had the largest infrastructure bill since Eisenhower, 1.3 trillion, specifically in infrastructure, something that Trump advocated for but couldn't get passed. There was the PACT Act, the Chips and Science Act, which brought back American manufacturing for chips production to the United States for national security reasons. Sounds pretty good to me. Sounds like a pretty good reason to support them. Hello? Oh, they left. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
How old are you?
Why would you pick?
All right, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Parker, you okay? Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I got away from my where I normally live. There's like a lot of smoke over there, so it's like I'm running the air purifiers there. I'm probably gonna go back within a few days. Hopefully it'll be fine.
Hi.
My family's all going to like other areas and staying with other people. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Are you able to hear me?
You don't seem old enough. Let's go on to the next individual. Like my sisters are going to I think they're going to stay in like a different city with a friend. All right, let's get this next person up here. People are saying join Chris. Chris is gonna probably join us here in a bit. He said that he'd probably join us here in a minute. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did.
Why so?
Well, first thing, he said he was going to bring the 250th celebration of America to Iowa, which I don't think Kamala ever said that.
Kamala, oh my God, bro, Jesus Christ, dude. I grew up in
as
Iowa.
I know you're an Iowa guy, Parker. So
dude, I grew up in Iowa. Why would you care about that, dude? Who cares?
booming economy for Iowa, man.
Dude, jeez, man. Literally, so you'd put that over like women getting access to abortion. You'd put that over doing anything about climate change.
No,
You'd
that's
put
just
that over any
really the only
healthcare,
reason.
childcare, housing affordability policy.
No, that's the only reason.
Yeah, but like so again, you put that over women's rights. You put that over
No,
healthcare
no, I
policy,
don't.
childcare
No.
policy, housing affordability policy, climate change policy.
No.
None of those things will have any effect. Like Trump has none for any of those.
Nope. Just I would love for the 250th celebration of America to be, or the United States, I should say.
You're trolling, bro.
And no, I'm not, dude.
Oh, then like you're not serious because like if you actually care about people who live in Iowa, there are other things that affect Iowans than just that. You know that there are a lot of Iowan farmers that are affected by the change in climate.
Explain.
You don't think so you don't think that? Wait, do you live in Iowa?
Yes.
Where in Iowa? Willing to
Northeast.
say Northeast. Oh, that's actually wild. Well, then you would know people within that area because I know people within that area. That's because I grew up in the Quad Cities. Cupcake, I appreciate the description. Thank you so much. That they have had a difference in the change in climate, which affects their crop yields, right? Affects the soil.
Well, we had record years last year. Besides it being
Then you have record storms, record floods.
in the spring,
There's
then we had a
been-
very dry summer.
yeah. That sounds like bad. Not good for crop.
No,
yields.
because when we had the flooding, the seed hadn't been matured yet, so it really didn't flood out too much of the seeding.
So that might be for you, but that doesn't apply to everyone else.
Well, yeah,
You understand that floods are generally not good.
correct. And soil conservation practices on fields is a big part of that, and I'm an advocate for soil conservation.
Also, do you think that like people in Iowa would need access to like healthcare, childcare, and education? Push the level up.
Yes.
Yeah, those are three things Trump has no policy for. What about housing development? Iowans would very much benefit from housing development, specifically the $25,000 tax credit for first-time homebuyers for new homes, because in Iowa they've been building into like the areas in which were previously just like crops, right, to build housing. Like where I grew up, it's all like new houses in those areas. So there's a ton of building in those areas, and that would be stimulated even more, right, with with the housing tax credit, right, if Kamala Harris were elected.
Would you ever move back?
Well, no,
Never.
well, just because like I don't think
Reynolds?
my girlfriend would want to. I mean, I'm going back here pretty soon
Oh,
for
okay.
like my family's my grandparents like funeral.
I would.
We all have things for like our grandparents' bodies there. And
All
stuff.
right. All right. But yeah, it's.
They're like small
I get.
town Iowa.
I get what you're saying, but it's just. I would love for Iowa to be put on the map for once and have all the.
Let's do it. Let's do it through something positive. Like Iowa can be directed in such a great way, and like it could be such a great state. But because of its direction, historically speaking, like just like the cultural beliefs in Iowa have like soured a bunch of young people from wanting to live there. Right? Young people are leaving Iowa. Why? Because the cultural beliefs in Iowa do not make up what the younger Iowans really feel like, in typical speaking. That's why they go to the big cities. I know plenty of people who grew up in Iowa that lived there their whole life that just decide to go to the big cities because they feel like there's nothing for them within Iowa. They see nothing changing about Iowa. So Iowa needs to like take a look on itself and see like what it's perpetuating culturally speaking. Also, like the small towns, they're losing a lot of people because there's like a lot of less work in those areas. I think that there could be a federal policies to incentivize people to go towards rural America, like rural Iowa. Push the galaxy. Thank you so much. Like tax incentives that could be helpful for those particular areas that Republicans have not been advocating for.
Right. I know.
Chris in the box. Everyone. I don't see Chris in the box.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Just Kim Reynolds just had lowered January 1st income tax in Iowa.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
That one affected January 1st, so that was a big.
For like what levels of income?
All across the board, and no income and no tax on inheritance money.
Okay, so think about it this way, right? A lot of those taxes are going to disproportionately help rich people that live in Iowa because it is the case that the tax system and the tax structure that exists is progressive. So it's going to take more from people who are higher income because proportionally speaking, the money that you're going to be taking is going to be less harmful to the people who are richer, right? It's going to be able to provide better social services for like the typical Iowan, right? And if you care about your children, their future children, and the children that are going to come after them, that's how other Iowans are going to be treated in the future. So we want social services that exist for Iowans for our future, like children, right? And if we care about our communities, we should care about that.
Right. Do you think that paired with the lower income tax paired with Donald Trump's planned for no tax on overtime and tips would benefit the, normal Iowan, if not normal American?
So when you say no tax on overtime, within his plans as well, if we reference Project 2025, that also had literally no overtime within it. So if there's no overtime, there'd be no tax on overtime. And then also, if we want to reference that, even if we were to say that, there's still going to be overtime and there's going to be no tax on overtime as well, that's still not going to make up for all of the increase in tariffs that Donald Trump's advocating for, which are disproportionately going to negatively impact lower income individuals. So he'll give you pennies back for the thousands he takes from you.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Are you a Hawkeye fan or a Cyclone fan? Or neither?
Hawkeyes.
Okay, we can agree on one thing then, Parker.
Okay. Respect that.
So I don't know. The 250th anniversary of the United States really just drove it home with me, and I'm dead serious about that. Just because the state fair is so big, and all the people that would be coming to Iowa and just boom the economy for us for a few years would be awesome.
Yeah, so like again, that doesn't sound like that's actually like through good means, right? You're voting for someone who like I'll ask you this question: would you vote for someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
No, but I did.
Well, okay, that
Nice.
That's a contradiction.
I know, but I kind of weighed out the odds of the 250th.
That's not so. Wait, so you care more about that being in Iowa than you care about a woman being sexually assaulted?
No,
Okay, well then obviously then you would have voted for Kamala Harris.
that's like but that's like a trap question, though.
That's not a trap question.
I feel like you kind of backed me into a corner, and now I'm.
Well, it's because like I know like the particular cultural beliefs you grew up with. Like if you grew up in Iowa, we did not grow up to be taught that character like that doesn't matter. We grew up and character was so fucking important.
Right, exactly.
Iowans pride themselves on character because it's an important thing. Character is really important for level up, and you should pride yourself on character. But if we pride ourselves on character, why did Iowa overwhelmingly support Donald Trump?
That it could be a swing in. I don't know. Just a swing in how Iowa's culture has developed in the last, let's say, well, it'll be 16 years when Trump is out of office, or 12 years. Yeah, 16.
Mm-hmm. I left in 2014, the end of 2014. That's when my parents decided to move, and I had to go with them. So I moved to LA. So, but like the point that I'm bringing up is that like there has been a huge cultural shift, at least I would say, within the past 8 or so years in Iowa. Right? And that's not for a good way. And like the Iowa I grew up in prided themselves on that. And it seems like we don't hold up to that when we vote for people like that.
Because Iowa went with Obama the second time, right?
Yeah,
The first time.
Yeah, we were Democrat leaning when I was there.
Yep. Which it is coming back. I know it's turning more purple, which maybe
I think Iowa could be blue in the next election after they see what the impacts are of the tariffs, because that's going to have a huge impact on the like the agricultural sector, especially within Iowa.
Right. It farms, exports.
Yeah, because other countries around the world will place tariffs on us retaliatory. Right.
When you lived in Iowa, were you out on a farm, or were you in the city?
I didn't live on a farm. I lived in a city. My dad grew up on a farm.
Okay.
My grandpa just died, so he hasn't been running the farm himself for probably the past decade or so because he was too old. But he was renting it out. But he did the farm his whole life.
Yep. Not that matters. I was just curious.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just would have to be more of me doing my own research, listening to you, Chris, and just listening more, I would suppose. But, and I could also see like in my years past the culture switch, like, you know, when you're driving around on back 2-lane roads and you put up your 2 fingers, like just waving, that, you know, that used to be a big thing. People don't even do that anymore now. You know, it's like Iowa is not nice.
Yeah, and like I think that's because of like the cultural change in terms of how people view character. Like that used to be such an important thing when I grew up. But yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna go on to the next person. But I appreciate you coming up, Alan.
No problem. Thanks, Parker. Have a good
Appreciate you.
What up, gang? Bro, you look cozy.
Good?
You look cozy as fuck.
I am really cozy. It looks cool as fuck behind you. You look like you're like in a city, bro.
Yo, you check this
Chris,
shit
be
out.
quiet. Chris, be quiet. Chris, be quiet. Be quiet, Chris. Be quiet. Be quiet, Chris. How you doing, Parker?
Yeah. Did you vote Trump?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro. Can we focus on something more important for just like 2 seconds?
Yeah, Chris. I want to see this because
Come on.
I might be going out there pretty soon. Chris, I'm gonna come see you, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna act. I mean, it's the view every day. It's could be worse.
That's kind of sick, bro.
Could be worse, bro. I've already been doxxed like 1,000 times, because I put my camera on my window, but whatever. And I don't care anymore. Bro. What am I supposed to do about it?
Yeah, dude, that's like really nice. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very lucky.
Yeah, that's a very nice view. But why did y'all? Why did you not vote for Trump? He was a clear.
Bro, haven't you talked to this guy before, right, Parker?
No. Hey, Chris, be quiet. Chris, be quiet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah.
He sounds so guilty. He's like, Chris, be quiet.
Yeah, that's all I was like, all right, bro. Yes.
He could have gaslit me. People do it, dude.
Chad, I moved to Chicago just for I don't know how long, but I've never moved outside of Georgia, so I needed to change for a bit.
Chris, I think that was a perfect decision. Yosef, how old are you?
Nice.
And that's not because I'm gonna be there, so definitely not. You know,
pull up,
because I'm biased there.
Dude, pull up, gang. Dude, what is wrong with my fucking lighting? It's like,
What's up, how old are you?
I am.
Did you vote Trump? Bro just went underwater.
no, dude's in a submarine. Dude's in a literal fucking submarine.
Maybe he is a pirate. Did he just?
Dude's in a fucking submarine.
Did
Dude's in a submarine.
Did his boat just like sink?
You gonna buy? What are you guys thinking about buying Greenland?
It's not for sale. One. Two, that's not the only thing he said. He also said
acquiring.
He also said that he can't assure the world that he isn't going to use the military to take Panama and Greenland. So can you explain to me how that's pro peace? Can you explain to me how that's anti-war?
Hey! I'm not here to play the usual game you guys play.
Wait, no, I wanted.
What the fuck does that mean, bro?
Can you answer the question?
Yeah, I've seen this a couple times. You guys. This goes, one of two ways.
It goes one of two ways.
It goes one of two ways. Either the Trump supporter looks stupid or the Trump supporter looks stupid. That's the only two ways.
There's only enough room in this town for one of us, bro. What the hell are we doing, bro?
I wouldn't say that, but I guess if that's your perspective, then I can respect that.
You did,
but
vote
majority
Trump, right?
of America disagrees with you guys and makes fun of you guys.
It's not a majority of America.
Majority of America voted for
And
that.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. You say a majority of America makes fun of us, right? You understand a majority of people in this live are making fun of you?
You guys make
Call me, I
money
appreciate the
off
description.
people
Thank you so much.
making fun of you.
No, we make money off of making our society a better place.
And
Something that you can't even conceive of. You can't even conceive of the fact that someone would be doing this in order to create a better set of scenarios, a better set of conditions for the world overall.
what you do is not productive, ever.
It's not productive? There's 5.5 thousand people in the live. How can you tell me it's not
How
productive?
many Republicans' minds have you changed?
Thousands of people.
Yeah, multiple people. I get one of the reasons I do this is because when I get DMs just from, it doesn't matter live or not, like videos, people being like, I decided to start a club at my college for Democrats because of your videos. I decided to get re-involved in politics. I kind of lost my passion and you created my passion. I had somebody tell me at a rally, at a Joe Biden rally, that the reason they were there, the reason they started and became so passionate, worked in Georgia politics, where right now half our counties don't have OBGYNs. We have one of the worst maternal mortality rates in the world. He looked at me and said, the reason I started was you. Okay. And I am deeply, deeply grateful and appreciative of that. But that's real impactful change. Believe it or not, we don't really give a fuck. We're so incredibly grateful for everybody and anybody who's willing to donate monetarily. But we actually do this because we're very, very passionate about this. Parker was literally debating people on Omegle, fucking just one-on-one when he was in 7th grade, right? I was fucking arguing with Trump supporters. I was screaming at parents getting kicked out of my friends' houses at 16 and a half because I was calling them racist because they voted for Trump. So no, it's not about
it's
money.
not productive though, screaming and calling people
okay,
racist.
so notice how you just ignored. Notice how you ignored
that's what I said.
Notice how you ignored the
Peter. I like how you ignored the total point that he was making. You ignored the whole point that he was making, that he's had a passion for this and that he does this because of his passion. Listen, I'm trying to explain to you. I'll let you speak. I promise.
Realign him on topic.
Peter,
go ahead.
I'm trying to explain. All he was describing, right, is that he specifically had a passion for this, and I have a passion for this, and we do this because we have a passion for this because we genuinely think it makes the world a better place.
I never said you don't have a passion. Never once.
Well,
never even implied that. I said, how many Republicans' minds have you changed?
Thousands. I can't even count.
I heard people that have the same ideologies, getting fascinated and inspired to go into politics. I think that's a great thing. But how many Republicans' minds have you guys changed in a healthy way? Because this guy over here is saying he said
a lot more.
Doesn't reason with them. That's not how you reach
Peter. I've changed a lot more minds than I could have ever fucking imagined.
Yes.
So that is the reason why I am so.
I did say you didn't
motivated.
change minds. I'm talking about Republicans that come up.
I am explaining. Wait, does that matter? Right. I've changed hundreds of people's minds who have come up here. Right, but most of the people's minds that I change are not people that come on the live.
You don't think you're malicious at all. You don't think you?
No. Why would I think I'm malicious?
Belittle them, make fun of them.
Wait, of course, if they're a bigot, I don't have an issue. No,
just for the live and the 5,000 people.
Bro, can you let Parker speak? Jesus Christ, Peter. He will let you speak. Just let him finish. Let him finish the point.
So I absolutely have made fun of people on the live who are bigots.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no issue with making fun of bigots. What's
more
your
than
issue?
making fun. More than
should I coddle the bigots more?
I'm not saying coddle.
I mean, some people's minds you can change. Some people just want to argue. I feel like you guys don't really want to learn. You just want to be right.
Okay, well then what makes you think that?
Because you guys argue and bully people and talk down to them as if you have the right answer.
Have I talked down to you? Have I bullied you?
You started it, and I said I'm not going to play that game. And
what did I start? What did I say? What did I say?
I respect this. This is cool.
What did I say?
This is cool. But before, you guys,
what did I say?
Maybe you guys just were like that for the past 5 Republicans. You know, you carried that same energy.
What did I say?
I like how it is
what
now.
Did I say?
It's more. Well, you guys were very, very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Okay, what did I say?
Well, all right. I don't have I obviously don't have a recording of all the words going.
Wait, Peter, I do want to point out again, like, you have to understand, I understand in, like, with your worldview, you think we're, like, malicious or we do this for, like, bad intentions, but, like, you can, like, in terms of, like, anyone being aggressive, like, I don't think Parker or I were ever aggressive, but when Parker started talking back to you.
Screaming.
Yeah, okay, okay.
That's aggressive. You admitted it yourself.
Can I finish speaking? First of all, you're strawmanning my argument. All I said is that when I was literally 16 and a half, I was screaming at people's parents.
Since you were 16.
Yeah. No, I said, bro.
So you've been doing it a while.
I said when I was 16. I'm obviously a lot more mature than I was when I was 16 years old. On the second point, again, you are coming up here and, like, for someone like Parker, you're coming up here and, like, directly questioning our character for what, like, there's only two things that really, there's really only one thing that really bothers me in life. People can fucking make fun of me on TikTok, the comments, how you look, whatever. I don't care. But when people question my authenticity, it, like, really deeply frustrates me because, like, and I think Parker would feel the same way. Like, we didn't spend this much time, like, trying to learn about politics, trying to be involved, trying to do things when no one was watching. For some fucker like you to come up and claim that, like, we're doing it for these bad reasons or we're malicious or for money. Like, can I finish? No. And I'm trying. I'm actually making a point. I'm trying. Can I finish, bro? Can I finish speaking?
You just talked for a while. I've never gotten that.
Can I finish speaking? Can I finish speaking?
You've never let me finish.
You dude. I've said 3 fucking sentences.
You have not let me finish.
Just let me wrap up my point. Holy shit. All I'm saying is that, like, when you question people, when you come up and question someone's authenticity immediately, you're probably gonna have the reaction where people are frustrated. But stop being like, nobody's bullying you, nobody's screaming. We're having a conversation right now. Okay?
That's not a conversation. You don't refer to people like that. That's not appropriate.
Okay, so I just explained to you.
Calling someone the F word.
Yeah,
and you're having a candid debate.
Wait. Be clear.
All the time in the world
you mean him saying
doing red herrings?
Wait. I'm sorry, Peter. Shut the fuck up. You mean him saying fuck? Do you mean him saying fuck?
You fucker.
Who fucking cares? Who cares?
So that's not how you change people's minds.
So Peter, wait, I'm gonna give
you think you're on a high horse.
Hold on. No, the reason I said that, like I explained, the reason I said that to you was because you came up and you questioned my authenticity, which frustrated me, which makes me deeply angry because I feel like I do this for authentic reasons. So what you're watching is, like, we're all human beings, right? We don't have an emotion. Some random person to just come up in my live and say, I support Trump, and I go, you're a stupid fucker. I called you that because you're questioning my authenticity. So don't act like this conversation has been frustrating. Just you're some random guy and, oh, look at how they're talking to me. Don't come up and question the type of people we are and then be confused when we fight back.
I've never questioned your authenticity.
Roxy, thank you. Oh,
you literally said Parker was malicious. You literally said
no, I'll let you talk.
Malicious.
I just want to say thank you, Peter. Roxy, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Heather, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, geez.
I wasn't questioning your...
Dude, shut up. I'm trying to thank people, and I was going to let you speak. I promise, Peter. I will let you speak. Said thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much for you have single-handedly educated and inspired me to help to be able to help my MAGA family learn the
massive
other side.
W's.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. They said at this point I've swayed 2 of my family members.
Dude, huge W's, huge fucking W's.
That is a huge W. Samantha, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much for tell Chris he's so patient. Megan, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And they said they voted for Trump in the last 2 elections, and we've changed their mind. Us boys have changed their mind and give them a passion for changing others. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Megan. That's like literally what we do this for. Tessa, thank you so much for the $8. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You are productive and making a difference. We love you all. Thank you so much, Tessa. I appreciate it. Tim, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I think that he's insane. I posted a tweet about that. And Mandy, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much.
How long is this?
Well, it will be longer if you don't shut up. Kristen, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Just read these too and don't give them a chance to talk.
I'm going to let you speak, dude. I'm going to let you speak, man. Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, I go ahead, finish, man.
Okay. Kristen, thank you so much for the $10 for more stress balls. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Kristen. Thank you so much. And Amanda, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Declan, thank you for the $1. Yeah, W same hoodie. It's my girlfriend's. Go ahead. You can speak, Peter.
All right. I wasn't questioning.
Sorry, I was just doing that for fun. Go ahead, Peter.
I wasn't questioning authenticity. I was questioning the way you're carrying out what you're doing. And I don't think I think it's great what your authenticity is, and I think there's a possibly better way of doing it. And I think actually not even possibly, I absolutely know, because I know what you're doing is not.
Then do it.
Not productive.
How about you do it yourself?
Well,
you have the space to do it, don't you?
So, and I do a lot of other things. I don't have the inspiration, or everybody's got.
Okay, so there isn't a better way to do it. It seems. Because you can't, right? Is that
this isn't my passion?
Okay.
Look at me. I have.
Then how are you going to be able to identify what's the best way?
Downloaded TikTok.
No, why don't
Wait, yeah. So we should trust Peter's intuition, right? That he just randomly got after not even caring about this, not having a passion for this, over people that have been doing this for years. So I've been doing this for years, for the past few years, every single day.
I let you talk.
Dude, I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Okay, double standards.
That's like me going to your job, and being like,
mute them. You talk
dude,
over.
honestly, dude, I think there's a better way that you could be doing this at your own job.
Yeah.
This is a better way you could be doing it. I know you've been doing this for the past few years.
That's very
full time.
Yeah, that's very like emotional.
Right, but there's a better way you could do this, and I've only looked at it once. I've only taken a look at it once.
That's very.
You want to be right. You don't want to listen. You just want to be right.
That's like I think Parker's. I think Parker's.
You just talk. You never.
Dude, you're
okay. Peter is the most foreign thing to your guys' brain.
Peter, go for it. Go speak.
Comments have thousands of more likes on these TikTok videos than your followers on your stuff are literally rage bait. If you're making a career off of rage bait,
we're not rage baiting.
Proud of it.
Wait, can you define rage baiting?
Yeah, prescription. Thank you so much.
How are we rage baiting? Like
he's just saying we're rage baiting because he's mad.
Being extremists.
No, we're not. But
we're not extremists.
No, so this is. Wait, hold on.
We're extremists.
So this is something I get a lot when when
you guys would be the definition of
Peter,
left extremist.
Oh my God.
I don't think it goes past further.
When I put a TikTok banner that says Trump is one of the worst presidents of all time, like come up and chat about it. A lot of people call that rage bait, but like because I feel like all I do all day is politics. I am deeply passionate about the idea that Donald Trump is one of the worst presidents ever. I can give a lot of reasons. I'm not doing rage baiting would I feel like be defined as someone I'm purposely trying to make people mad to like engage. I'm giving what I see as a lukewarm take on these subjects. How is that rage baiting?
Because your way of carrying out the means is screaming at them.
Okay.
And not productive.
I think you're emotionally immature for claiming that you should be doing
you
it.
Admit it. These are your words. These are absolutely your words. And you're eating them right now and you're just denying it.
What are you talking about?
You're eating your own words right now.
What are you talking about?
You have been screaming at
Oh my God, dude. I literally
calling them racist since you were 16.
Dude, I said I did that when I was 16. You're being so
you were 16.
You're being Peter, you're being incredible. You're being.
Can
you shut the fuck up for like 2 seconds? Can you shut up? Can you please be quiet? Can you please be quiet?
Chris, I think he's rage baiting. So he came up on the live saying like we're rage baiting.
Oh my.
So
yeah, Peter, like actually, seriously, stop yelling and screaming and like, can you stop? Can you let us speak, please?
Yes,
Peter, can you let us speak?
The floor is yours.
Yeah. So really quick, again, like I would. So even if I didn't say that, but even if I did say that, what I was trying to say was when I was 16, I was engaging in those actions. I was trying to show the fact that I was authentic, and it wasn't because
since you were 16.
I didn't. All right.
Shut the fuck up, Peter. Shut the fuck up.
You're being obviously.
You're
being obviously purposely incredibly disingenuous right now. Like
you guys have no manners, and
you're the one interrupting. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's so annoying, dude. Like you're obviously being very disingenuous right now.
The fact that I have to spam mute your mic right now is actually so childish. This is the most childish shit ever, dude.
It's so annoying. Like, can you just like obviously
Peter, you keep doing this, I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna kick you if you keep doing this. Stop. Stop. I'm gonna kick you. You have 5 seconds. 5.
I don't
4.
care.
Wait, keep speaking.
I don't care if I'm kidding.
Good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy. You're a good boy,
What is
Peter.
this?
You're such a good boy. Oh my
What-
God. What a good boy. Oh, he's such a good boy.
Bro, you're a freak.
You're such
You're
a good
freak.
boy.
You're a
Oh,
nightmare.
he's such a good boy.
This is what.
Oh,
boy.
Peter. Oh.
You're just
He's such a
you're
good boy.
You're gonna hate in 10 years when this is on the internet.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be hilarious, dude. You just got good boyed. You just got good boyed. So how about you sit down, shut the fuck up, take the little dog toy I gave you, okay?
So you
Right?
give me a dog.
And shut the fuck up while Chris is
What is
speaking.
a dog?
Take the dog toy.
What it is?
I threw it. Go fetch. Fetch.
Oh my God, yo,
Fetch.
Peter,
Yo,
Peter,
yo, yo. If you
Peter,
don't let me talk, or you
think-
just
Fetch.
Yeah, so I can't. I'm just okay. Let's try. I'm gonna try one more time to actually
Look,
have a
I've been
conversation.
trying to make this
So
productive.
let me. Okay, then let's. Let
No,
me.
he's not.
Okay, yeah, you're not, Peter. Let me start, and I'm actually gonna be genuine, and let's try to have a conversation. Well,
No, but Chris,
when I said
please
I
talk
apologize.
for another-
Can I start? I'm gonna start. Just
Another
try to
20
engage.
minutes. I'm
Just please, dude, please just stop talking for 1 second. Let's try to engage, okay? I apologize if I said I was screaming at people that they were racist since I was 16. I was trying to say that when I was 16, I was getting very upset at other people's parents for voting for Trump. I was a young 16-year-old. Obviously, I was like a lot less mature. I was just trying to point that out as like an authenticity. Like I didn't just start doing this for money. I've always been very passionate about these subjects. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I respect your passion, and I think it's great you care about politics, and I think what you guys do is, if that's your goals and dreams, I think you guys are probably getting pretty far with it, it looks like, but I would say screaming at people, calling them racist and stuff like that is not going to help change their minds. And
Do you see how he just makes the same point over and over again?
Yeah.
Like he didn't listen to a
Well,
single
because
word that
your
came out of
stance
Chris's mouth.
doesn't justify it. You're trying.
Okay, but I'm
Dude.
saying I'm not. It's
not
dude. It's not. It's.
justified.
I'm just.
I'm-
I would.
I
Hold on,
appreciate what
Peter.
you're saying.
Peter,
I
hold on.
can
I'm just
respect
saying
this, but
when I
the
was.
way
I
you're
know,
doing
Peter.
it is-
Peter. I'm not.
It
I'm not
needs to
screaming.
change. Like,
Peter.
it's-
Peter.
you can do a way better way.
Okay, so I was just saying when I was 16, I was engaging in those actions. Now
You said
I'm
since you were 16.
okay. So now I'm trying to be genuine so hard. If that's what you heard, or if that's what I said, I've deeply apologized. We miscommunicated.
Chat, put it down low.
right.
Put it down low.
All right. So do you understand?
Type a 3 in the comment section if you think Peter's a dumbass.
Look. W. Peters.
Type 3 in the comment section if you agree with my statement.
I'm done with this conversation.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
No,
Look
I
at the
tried.
comments,
I
Peter.
tried.
In the chat,
I tried desperately to like
I know
actually
he's
engage.
actually
I tried
insufferable.
I
Bro is
tried
insufferable.
desperately.
Look at
I
the
tried.
chats. Hey Peter, I want you to sit there and look at the
look at
chat.
those threes and
These are individual human beings. These are individual human beings that think this about you, Peter.
Live. You're
Individual human beings. Take some reflection. Please
this.
reflect upon your behavior, bro. Reflect.
on live. Look,
Dude, I'm giving you a pup cup.
threes.
I'm giving you a pup cup right now. Chill. Okay, let's kick him out.
Dude, that's insanely like just so annoying.
It's actually unbelievable. He is
It's
the
so
most
annoying.
one of the most
It's
insufferable
so
guests I've ever had.
So fucking annoying, dude. I really,
Kim,
I
thank you
gave
for
it
the three-
everything I had to be genuine.
You did. Kim, thank you for the $3. Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you for the $25. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. For I survived the fires barely. So happy you're okay too. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that you're okay. W's for Bridget in the chat. Thank you so much, Bridget. I really appreciate it. Aaron, thank you so much. I appreciate the $15. It's ERIN. Thank you so much, Aaron. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Ishani, thank you so much for the $14. Thank you so much.
Parker,
I
I'm
really
gonna-
appreciate it.
Parker,
Kelly, thank you for the
I'm
dollar.
gonna-
Aaron, thank you for
I
the 3.
gotta run down to the lobby right now to grab my food. I'll be right back. Right?
For sure. All right, everyone, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Yeah, thank you for the little crown. I appreciate it. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hello? Oh, sorry.
You didn't mean to
I
join?
didn't realize I was on. Hi, Parker.
You're good. Don't worry. Appreciate you. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. All right, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. What's up? How old are you?
Start this. Mama sus.
Bruh. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Chat, Matt's not in the box. Let's This next person up. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I love you, man. I love you so much.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let's get this next person up here. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are simply just looking for some debates, everyone. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh. But plus, by the way, everyone, in 10 days, TikTok will be gone. I'm not trolling. So we'll see what happens. I actually have no clue what's going to fucking happen, to be totally honest. Go subscribe to me on YouTube, by the way, if you haven't already. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. You type MAGA in the comment section if you want to be brought up. I don't know why the guest box is so bad right now. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, 56, man.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah, why so?
Why did you vote for her?
Do you want to answer my question, or are we not doing that today?
No, I only got 2-3 things to say. How old are you?
22.
Okay, it's pretty idiotic to take information from you or believe anything you say because you can't even rent a car, dude. It's ridiculous. Grow up, okay? And the things you do to these people, you wouldn't do that in the streets. That's a fact. Understand? So just stop it. Okay?
So I have done this in real life. I would do it in real life, and
no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would. Are you going to try to hurt me? Like what?
No, I'm making an example.
Well, yeah. What do you make an example of how stupid you look?
Even I.
You said specifically that the only reason you wouldn't. It makes you look really dumb when you come on my live, and the only reason you dispute what I have to say is by saying that I can't rent a car. Appreciate the Galaxy. Thank you so much. Well, I just want to let you know I can rent a U-Haul, and a U-Haul is a car. So how about you get your head out of your ass, right, and open your mind to new concepts.
It doesn't matter, man.
That's true. Wait, is that a car? Is a U-Haul a car? Can you answer the question?
What does that got to do with politics?
Is a U-Haul a car?
What does that got to do with politics, man?
Is a U-Haul a car?
No, U-Haul is a rental van. It's a moving
car. What is a car? Rocky,
it's a moving van. It's a truck. I'm just talking about a basic car.
Cars.
It's a moving van.
That's what a car is. That's what a car is.
No.
What is a car? Can you define car?
Well, they must have changed the rules. Well, they changed the rules then because I've been renting cars since the mid '90s. I've been renting cars since the mid '90s.
And a U-Haul is a car. It is a vehicle.
Oh my God,
dude! By definition.
You need to lighten up and just,
I need to lighten up. You just came on my live. What are you talking about?
No,
you just said that you shouldn't take into account what I'm saying because I'm not 25 years old. That's literally the only reason you use to dispute what I'm saying. So there are people who are younger than you that know a hell of a lot more than you. And I would trust their opinions on certain things way more than I would trust your opinion on those things. All right? What are you talking about? Would you take a 24-year-old pre-med student on like taking care of someone in terms of literally something, or like someone who's already gone through shit's 24 years old and is like a professional within their field, right? Would you take them developing something over someone who's like 40 years old who has no work experience within that field? No, you'd obviously take the person who has experience. What the hell are you talking about?
Have you paid taxes for 40 years?
Yeah, 40 years, no. Have you paid taxes for 40 years?
Yes, I have, bitch.
Cool. You know who has as well? Joe Biden. You don't look at Joe Biden as some fucking elite person.
He don't pay jack
because
shit.
He's fucking paid 40 years of taxes.
Yeah, what has he accomplished? Nothing.
Cricket, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Can you tell me one policy? I can tell you multiple policies he passed. H-Man, thank you for the subscription. Thank you so much. The infrastructure bill, the Chips and Science Act, the PACT Act, the Inflation Reduction Act.
Blah, blah, blah.
Tell me one policy you disagree with.
Blah, blah, blah.
Tell me one policy that Biden influenced you passed that you disagree with.
No, I'm just telling you.
So you can't
need-
even accomplish giving me one thing that Biden passed that you disagree with. You can't even accomplish that. So shut the fuck up and
Talk
talking
about
about Joe
everything,
Biden's
everything.
accomplishments.
High prices on everything. High prices on everything.
How did
you
the Biden
voted
Harris?
for?
So what did the Biden Harris administration do that caused inflation?
We can go on forever and ever.
Explain to me, what did the Biden Harris administration?
That's the reason you lost, because because everything is just
because you don't know what a correlation causation fallacy is. Name to me specifically what the Biden Harris administration did that caused inflation. Tell me, because I have an economics degree. Please inform me. How did they cause inflation?
As soon as the money started going to Ukraine, that's when everything started to go up.
So that has no effect on the level of inflation that happened globally everywhere around the world.
No,
in
because the
Africa,
timeline.
Asia, South America, Central America, Europe, everywhere around the world experienced inflation. They experienced inflation at higher degrees than we experienced here in the United States. We actually saw inflation drop a lot here in the United States because of the Federal Reserve's monetary policy. So you don't even understand anything about the economy. You just associate because it happened under the Biden-Harris administration, it was caused by them. And you say because one thing you brought up you don't like, that's the reason. Most of the money we gave to Ukraine, 70% of the money, 70 out of $107 billion, it was literally weapons and equipment. The other money was literally specifically for the development of weapons that was literally giving money to Americans
It takes money to send it over there, you moron.
What are you talking about? You don't know anything about any of the policies you're referencing.
It takes money to send equipment over there, you moron.
Obviously.
What do you think, they get the gas for free?
Wait.
You think they get the gas for free?
You think that costs a lot of money comparative to the overall
it's our
spending
freaking
policy?
money, dude.
What do you think costs more, right? F-22 jets, right? Or transporting those jets?
Get to the gym, boy, because you're going to need it one of these days.
What do you think costs more, a tank or transporting the tank? Obviously, it would cost more to buy the fucking tank.
Get to the gym, boy, because you're going to need it one of these
response?
days. Mark my words,
Turn
boy.
your camera on. Turn your camera on. Oh, he's got harassment and bullying already. Jeez, dude. Got to go on to the next person. Literally have the most insufferable people today, Chris. The most insufferable people. At least you got to miss that.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. I like that I missed that.
Yeah, he came on my live. He came on the live. He's like, I dispute what you're saying. No one should listen to what you're saying because you can't even rent a car. And I'm like, dude, I can rent a U-Haul. Is a U-Haul a car? And he's like, a U-Haul is not a car.
Nice.
I'm like,
you could rent a car. You just have to pay like a young driver's fee, no? Or is California a lot different?
Yeah, it's a how old are you? I think it's dependent on the state.
I'm 30.
What state do you live in?
Which state?
Mm-hmm.
No, I live in the UK. I was just
interesting.
It's super fascinating. Yo, chat, to everyone who's been watching me cook on live and like go to the gym and stuff, don't worry. Got some decently healthy stuff.
Yo, what's up, how old are you?
So it counts.
How old are you?
The macros work.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Nice.
That's all I have.
All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Joy, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. Landon, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. They said I work at Hertz, and as long as you can, you can rent a car as long as you have a credit card under 25. Oh, that's lol. Sarah, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. Jada, thank you for the $1. Cricket, thank you so much for the $5. And Trenton, thank you so much for the $1.
Okay. Yeah, you have to pay like a young driver's fee. That's it.
Oh, that's not bad.
So that other guest was incompetent.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Incompetent.
I just wanted to say that you're doing a great job. I love it.
Appreciate you. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let's get this next person up here. Keep tapping that screen. Let's run that shit up to 1 million likes, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, hello. I can't rent a U-Haul, but I am 18. I am 18.
Trump?
I'm gonna throw you for a loop. I'm from Canada. What do you know about Canadian?
Let's get this next person up here. Oh, it's the same picture. It's probably the same person. It's like without a Santa hat, though. All right, everyone, keep tapping on the screen. Keep sharing the live. Yo, Chris, I have a question. Gma, thank you for the fireworks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You live in Illinois now, so like, would you be okay in joining Canada? You know, California, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, Minnesota.
If we like seceded,
we seceded from the Union and just joined Canada.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
We get single payer healthcare.
Fuck it.
And then we'll trade Alberta to the United States. Fair?
I'm down.
Mary, did you vote Trump?
Before you hang up on me, Parker.
I'm sorry. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Damn, God.
I am quick with getting people off. Don't worry. I'm sorry. All right, let's get this next person up here. Melissa, thank you so much. I appreciate the confetti. Thank you. If you want to support me or Chris, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, everyone. All right, let's get this next person up here. Yo, Gma, thank you so much. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you. Thank you, Gma. Yo, I appreciate the confetti. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, sometimes it takes a second to get people up here. If you're MAGA, type in the comment section right now, and we'll bring you up. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
So I'm 18.
Did you vote Trump?
I did, yeah.
What's up?
Sorry?
Oh, what state do you live in?
I live in Pennsylvania.
Okay, what time is it?
It's 6:39.
Danny, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. Appreciate the good afternoon. Thank you so much, Jack. Did you vote? So why'd you vote Trump?
So the reason I voted Trump was because I'm not really familiar with like his policy and all that. I mean, this is my first time voting. Like, I'm not super like into politics and that. But like, I come from like a religious family, and I'm like pro-life. So I think that was probably the main reason.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Where in the human body does conception occur?
Bro, what?
Yeah, just a quick question.
Uterus? I don't know.
Okay. So it's the fallopian tubes. Just letting you know. Uterus is where pregnancy begins. Like, I mean, if you don't know much about like abortion or women's anatomy, why do you want to restrict women's access to abortion by literally putting them in prison?
I don't know. I don't really agree with putting them in prison.
So you don't want to put murderers in prison?
I think it's like a different type of murder. I don't think it's equivalent to like killing someone.
What? That's what murder is. Murder is killing someone unjustified.
Yeah, but like, I just don't think it's the same.
So yeah, of course it's not the same. Yeah, because a zygote, a single cell organism, is not fucking valuable. I don't give a shit about a zygote the same way I don't give a shit about sperm.
Oh yeah, but like, I know you talk about like that, but like, what it will grow into a baby. You know what I mean? So
yeah, okay. So it's not yet. Is a zygote? Right. I have a question. If I had a zygote, a petri dish, right, and I slap that zygote, should I go to prison? It's murder, right? Under your view, you think that's murder if when you slap on a zygote? It's a single cell organism. I slapped it. I killed it. You think I should go to prison, right?
No.
No, why not? That's murder, right?
How would you get a zygote in a petri dish?
You can. That's how in vitro fertilization works.
No. Well, all right. No, you shouldn't go to prison for that. No.
Okay, because they're not a person, right? So cellular human life is not
become a person.
Well, under your view, aren't they already a person because it's a living human organism?
No, I don't think they're a person. I mean, they're.
What's a person?
A fetus. I mean,
it's not a fetus. It's a zygote.
So if somebody, like IVF, there's like thousands of frozen embryos around the country right now that are waiting to be implanted. There's 100,000 babies born via IVF last year. So, like a lot of those currently frozen will end up being thrown away. Most of them will be because people won't need them or use them. So again, by your view, like if Parker were to like walk into an IVF facility and like, I don't know, destroy some of those, is he like ruining potential life?
I'm probably not. No, I just.
But wait. But if we leave them there, or we implant them into somebody, they will grow into a person. So I don't understand the difference in the logic.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that. I just kind of thought about like abortion as a whole.
Yeah, I think logically, if you're going to say that, we shouldn't.
It's okay to slap embryos. Well, then why is it wrong for a woman to get an abortion when it's an embryo? It's okay for me to slap them. Kill them.
I've never heard of slapping embryos.
Yeah. Is it? What? Do you think I should go to prison for slapping an embryo?
No, I don't think you should. No.
Okay, so then why should women go to prison for getting an abortion?
Well, I don't. I never said I think they should go to prison. I just don't agree with killing a baby that will turn into a human being.
Really quickly, here's the other.
That's what I would be doing when I slap the embryo.
Right.
So why is it okay for me to slap? I have less reason to slap the embryo than a woman has to get an abortion. You understand that, right?
Well, I don't keep going to slapping embryo, but I'm like going off that, just like abortion as a whole. I mean, people aren't slapping embryos every day, but they're getting abortions every day.
Yeah. So, Really quickly, yeah. So right now, the United States ranks last in the developed world in terms of our maternal mortality rate. So our maternal mortality rate is 55th, according to the CDC. That means women dying while pregnant, while giving birth, or within 42 days after birth. That's some of the worst in the developed world. And when we look at states that have complete and total Trump-led abortion bans or close to it, I've lived in Georgia pretty much my whole life. We have a 6-week abortion ban. Texas has a complete and total abortion ban. The rates of women dying from pregnancy, women who want to be pregnant, is significantly higher than pretty much anywhere else in the developed world. Anywhere else similar to Mississippi law, it's very vague and confusing. Doctors have to consult with attorneys to do their job correctly. They can't save women who are on the women come in having an issue with their pregnancy or having an issue that is easily solvable, and doctors can't do anything because they have to consult with attorneys first and make sure they're not going to get prosecuted for providing an abortion. All in all these abortion bans are like causing essentially in what's supposed to be the greatest country on earth, women to not have access to basic health care. So regardless of what you think about like what's a fetus and what's not, I think that's a great reason to not support abortion bans. What do you think about that?
Well, I think you say people want children. Like, if you're getting an abortion, why can't just have the kid and put it up for adoption?
Right, but what I just said is like, here's my question: if the maternal mortality rate is the worst in the developed world, we're getting 55th. 99% of the people that's counting are people who wanted to get pregnant. Women who wanted to get pregnant probably had a lack of access to healthcare. Something went wrong and they died. Did you know that? Did you know that the United States had the worst maternal mortality rate in the developed world?
I did not know that, no.
Okay, so again, it's interesting how like women in America have practically no access to healthcare compared to everywhere else. And that doesn't seem to matter. A woman's life that is currently living and breathing doesn't matter, but these pretend fetuses that we care so much about, we care so much about pro-life. But like, again, the maternal mortality rate going up is directly being caused a lot by these complete and total abortion bans. I do find it hypocritical that like you had no idea that like women practically have no access to healthcare in America, but we can't claim to care about life.
Yeah. I'm also reading the comments. It's like people are saying like I'm a boy, so I shouldn't have a say in this. Do you think that's reasonable? I don't think that's reasonable.
Why are you reading the comments instead of addressing any of the points that Chris brought up? It just tells us that you don't give a shit about actually addressing things,
No.
and you care more about addressing comments.
Okay, that's not what I meant, but yeah, sorry. I shouldn't be reading the comments, I guess. I don't know.
Do you wanna like address anything Chris said? I'm waiting.
So like,
how about this? How about this? Like men who think that you should restrict women's access to abortion, right? Who are pro-life, they shouldn't have the opinion to be pro-life. They should have the opinion to be pro-choice. Right?
What do you mean?
You should have a pro-choice opinion. Men should have opinions that are pro-choice, not that are pro-life. No one's saying you can't have an opinion. They're just saying you shouldn't have the opinion that harms women. This is where his brain just stops working. Because he doesn't realize that there's like literally like nuance to things, and that like when women in the comment section are saying you shouldn't have this opinion as a man, they're saying that you shouldn't have the pro-life opinion as a man. They're clearly not saying that you shouldn't have the pro-choice opinion.
No, I definitely
You
think
just
I
have to
can
put a
have
little bit of
pro-life
critical
opinion.
analysis into it. Like women just think you know these things already, right? And that's why they don't like clarify that on top, because they don't realize that you don't get it. And I'm just telling you, bro, like, dude, this is the obvious thing that you should have taken into account when they said.
Well, I mean, I'm glad I'm like learning. I don't know. I mean, you gotta learn somewhere, I guess. I'm like 18. It was the first time voting. Like, I haven't been into politics. Like I come from a religious family. Like, I don't know.
Then I think the thing you should take away the most from this conversation, regardless of where you believe life starts or what's valuable, is again, like Georgia specifically, half our counties don't have OBGYNs. I don't know if you know what an OBGYN is, but that's like basic healthcare provider for a lot of women. I've talked to women in Georgia who are driving over.
My dad's an OBGYN.
Okay, so women in Georgia are driving well over 2 hours at certain points to see a basic primary care provider, because OBGYNs and doctors don't want to work in states like Georgia that have, again, very vague and confusing laws. You can risk felonies for doing your job. You go to a place like Texas, the maternal mortality rate has increased 55% from 2019 to 2022 compared to 11% nationally. And when you go talk to women in Texas, they're saying like, I don't even seek out care because either I don't have it or I'm too scared to. And then women who aren't getting basic health care end up getting pregnant because they want to. They want to have a baby. They want to have a child, but they end up dying because of lack of health care or because they haven't accessed health care previously. And so like, if you could take anything away from this, it's possible if under your worldview to be pro-life or to believe that, I don't know, valuable life starts at conception. But like, I think it's really important if we're going to claim to care about pro-life to be like really focused on the fact that like women are dying in America and having really bad health outcomes and having really tragic things happen to them because of these abortion bans.
I just think that like, and obviously, yeah, I see why that's important. I just, whenever I see like debates online with abortion, it just goes into like really like
specific
niche
Yeah,
things.
niche. No, I mean, look, like I think Parker and I do like, I love Parker, respect him to death. Like this is actually fascinating because Parker and I do like slightly different things where like Parker's like probably very well informed in like things like philosophy, etc. Like Parker remembers debating me in Washington D.C. Wow, I cooked him bad. No, but like from
He's such a liar, chat. He's
I'm
literally lying.
lying.
He got
it could be hard. It can be hard to conceptualize from like a pragmatic standpoint, like how these things actually, like what matters in real life, which is not real life, but like in practice. And so part of the reason I bring up that like the maternal mortality rate is so high in America and like these red states, women aren't getting access to abortion, like that's real effects we're seeing people losing their lives because of abortion bans. So even if you say I'm pro-life, you could say, oh my God, I didn't know that like so many women are having tragic outcomes. Maybe the government shouldn't play a role in this.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Okay, John, I have a question.
Yeah.
If are you like really like pro-gun?
I think. I mean, it's hard because a lot of things have been happening. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a right.
Okay,
I think
if you knew for sure that getting rid of AR-15s saved lives net overall, would you support banning them?
I don't think that would ever be like a case like getting rid of all
I'm
the
just
time.
asking you, like in that circumstance, would you support banning them?
I mean, I see where you're gonna go with this, but I don't think it really relates.
Just a real question: would you support banning them?
Banning, I think I wouldn't want to ban it. I think you would have to go through like a background check and make it more hard to get a gun. Sure, I don't think banning it would
more
be
harder. So
harder to get a gun. Sorry.
Okay, so then what you're not understanding is that you're then not pro-life because it is the case that you don't care about saving the sentient lives by restricting rights. You just want to restrict women's rights and control them and stop them from getting abortions.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, so then what is your argument in this scenario? Because you said you want to restrict women's rights to autonomy. Appreciate that mustache. Thank you so much. Because of a human life that you would be saved. But then when it comes to AR-15s, you don't want to restrict the right to get access to an AR-15, even though it is the case that it would save human lives.
Yeah.
So you're only okay with restricting rights of women and not when it comes to your little toy guns.
My little toy guns. All right.
Yeah, like an AR-15 is just like a toy, bro. Right? It's a toy that does very bad things, right? And you care more about the rights to own that toy, right? Own that tool, right? Than you care that of women to get access and control over their own bodies.
I really don't. I haven't put thought into like the gun situation. I don't think saying I care about more guns than women's rights. I don't think that's.
Can I give you a different example? What about a vaccine? Right? Are you pro-life? When it comes to vaccines, where you know that if you mandate that vaccine, that it would save human lives? You know for sure that it would save lives if everyone who medically can was mandated to get vaccinated. Do you support restricting people's bodily autonomy to choose whether or not they should be able to get access to a vaccine, right? Or whether or not they want to take it? Do you want to get rid of that to save human lives?
That's a tough
no,
question.
so you're only okay with restricting women's access to abortion,
But if
right?
it
Or
saves
restricting
lives-
women's access to bodily autonomy, but not when it's cis men. You're okay with everyone else, but not when it's cis men. Appreciate
if it saves life, I don't know. I mean, like,
vaccines, mandating vaccines would save lives.
you keep going to these different examples of like vaccines and guns. We can never have a conversation about like just like abortion.
We are, like, you understand, we're having a conversation about it right now. You're saying that you care more about saving lives than you care about bodily autonomy when it comes to abortion. But you're not saying you care more about saving lives than bodily autonomy when it comes to vaccine mandates. You're not saying that. So why are you only saying it in the context of this scenario, but you're not saying it in the other scenarios with people who are literally not getting vaccinated, and it's leading to more people dying? Again, people who medically can get vaccinated.
Yeah, I guess I just haven't thought about the vaccinations, I guess.
So then now that you have thought about it, because it takes about 13 seconds of analysis max if you're a Trump supporter, right, then you should be able to do it. Everyone else, they already knew this.
Yeah, sure, I guess. I don't know.
So obviously you know that's hypocritical. Obviously you know that you're pro bodily autonomy. You just never when it's women's rights. But you don't think of it that way. You don't want to be perpetuating that on women. So then why do you still hold the same view?
Because I don't think I could get around just killing innocent life.
It's killing innocent life. Here, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. You said that it was okay for me to slap a zygote, right? Like in a petri dish, I slap a zygote. Is that okay?
You keep going to this zygote thing. Sure, it's okay if you. Well, no, I mean, why would you slap a zygote? Like, what's the point of slapping a zygote?
I thought it was fun.
Okay.
I did it for content on my TikTok stream.
That'd be kind of weird. I don't know.
Why would that be weird?
Because you're slapping a zygote. Dude, I don't know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If I right now had a zygote and I slapped it, would you be calling for me to go to prison?
No.
No? Why not? It's a human life, dude.
That's all right, going off the zygote thing, because I know you love slapping zygotes. When a zygote is in, all right, so I'm trying to find words to this. Getting off the slapping zygotes, do you think it's okay to kill innocent life when fetus is in utero? Like that's
up until
fine.
sentience. Up until sentience, yeah.
And sentience is what, when they have first person whatever?
First person subjective experience, around 24 weeks.
And then after that, no.
Yeah, for elective reasons.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so if it's the context of like someone got assaulted, they should still be able to get access to an abortion because they didn't cause it. They have no causal obligation. You can also reference like a scenario where like someone who has medical complications or medical necessity, out of either of those circumstances for the health of the woman, they should be able to get access to it, or the health of the pregnant person.
Well, for the you're talking about like assault and stuff for the first one.
What's that?
Like you're talking about like if someone like
I was just giving examples and exceptions in which I think that someone should be able to get access to an abortion after that point.
So like I don't know if this is like wrong to say, but do you think they should still go through the birth because it's life, and then like if they don't want it, they can give it up for adoption?
For what? For like elective? After that point, after the point of sentience, people have already likely gotten the abortion, or they're not getting an abortion after that point. Most people are not. People
have value after sentience.
Yeah, people are not choosing to wait till like 24 weeks and then get the abortion. That's not likely to happen. Sorry, what up?
Dude, are you good? Uh-oh. Is that for the fires?
Let me make sure it's for the area that I'm in. It does say in my area. Give me a second, though.
Is that an evacuation?
Yeah, hold up. It
Oh,
is.
son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
it is. Let me ask around.
Hold on.
Bro, I don't want to have to leave, dude. That's so rough, dude.
Okay, let's see. Evacuations right now are.
You don't stay on live because I don't.
I was just gonna. Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah, because I can't give up my location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's just the fucking Cal Fire things is not loading for me.
Here, I can. This is like the. Here, I'm gonna text this to you. This is like the latest. Like 20 minutes ago, I think. I don't know if that information is helpful at all. Hold on. Let me try to load more because I. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, hold up. I might be fine.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. 50 seconds ago, I got it.
Oh, it's okay. Wait, it's not near me.
It isn't. Well, that's from NBC 30 minutes ago, but I do see
that's not near me.
Okay, I do see LA County just updated.
It says in my area. That's why the emergency alert literally says in my area.
Okay, wait.
I'm checking where. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm talking to multiple people because a lot of people got the notification. We're fine. Sorry, here. Let me say thank you to everyone. Eliza, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Some W's for Eliza in the comment section right now. They said in 2016 I had a miscarriage, needed an emergency DNC, and would have bled to death in Texas before I could get care. And that specifically is like an exact example as to why we need laws that specifically allow for people to get access to literally basic health care to save their lives in these certain states where right now they have restricted access to that.
The DNC is a really, really great example because, again, like you look at, there's a woman who recounted a story having her second child in Texas, just got married, or no, her first child just got married and happened to be driving to New York in that time frame. And she ended up needing essentially like emergency care for her pregnancy. And she probably essentially after her pregnancy, she was prescribed essentially the two most common abortion pills to help stop the bleeding and make sure that everything had come out of her uterus. But in Texas, she couldn't get one of them. And so she only took one of the pills, which essentially like helped push out the bleeding, but her body was still trying to attach itself to what was remaining of the pregnancy tissue, I believe. And so she ended up getting septic and having to stop, and all of her stuff to move was in the U-Haul as she was going into emergency surgery because she was septic in New York. The whole reason that happened was because Texas couldn't prescribe the pill that if she was in a place like New York, it could have. But imagine if she was septic in Texas, it would have been different. Or, there's like so many examples. Obviously, Amber Thurman died because she couldn't get a DNC in Georgia at Piedmont Hospital. She waited 18 hours for surgery as doctors were debating if they could do a 15-minute DNC. And they were debating because they had to go, talk to consult with lawyers about whether they could save this woman's life, and she ended up dying. So again, these are like really great examples, and I'm very sorry.
I don't get this. So she gave birth and then she took.
Yeah, so this is like a really good example of doctors not wanting to work in these type of conditions. Yeah, so like after birth, like a lot of women are bleeding quite a bit, for example. So like in Louisiana, the two most I can never say them right. Doesn't matter. The two most common abortion drugs, one will like stop the bleeding and the other will essentially stop your pregnancy hormones. And they use those pills they can use those pills right after pregnancy because people are bleeding a lot and it's helped stop the bleeding. So in Louisiana, they actually reclassified these two sets of pills as Schedule 5 drugs. And so instead of being at the bedside for hospitals, they're locked across the hospital, in a hospital, in a. Why would you want to work under those conditions? And yes, people do take abortion drugs for like one of the abortion drugs to stop the bleeding can be used in times of like deep, like a lot of hemorrhaging because like I said, it can help stop bleeding.
So like your argument there is like
I think I don't have to leave. I don't think it's for my area. I just got a general warning because I turned it on just because. That's the way to stay safe.
What'd you say, John?
Mary, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much. Huge some W's for Mary in the comment section right now. And Shelby, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. W's for Mary, though, for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. They said, thank you so much for this. I started seizing when I got pregnant and had to have an abortion to move forward with brain surgery and chemo right away. Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yo, first of all, wow. First of all, I'm very deeply sorry for that. That's like, can I get W's in the chat? I'm really proud of you. Seriously. Another great example, John, of somebody who has a seizure and needs an abortion to start chemo, etc. In that scenario, doctors would have to wait a much longer time in somewhere like Georgia because they'd have to consult with attorneys because if they're perceived to be, providing an abortion, they face a felony up to 10 years in prison and can lose their license. And the hospital is under a tremendous risk.
Literally for basic health care.
So instead of helping a woman, that actually happened, which again, W in the chat, I love you so much. Instead of being able to act immediately, you could be waiting hours, and the hospital might say, we can't take that risk because we don't want a Republican government to come after us. And women start dying on the operating table. Women start dying waiting for help. Women start dying bleeding out in their cars. A lot of times in these states, the law says doctors cannot help you. If you're going to miscarry, but you're still pregnant, the law says you cannot help that person. Essentially, it's very broad. So it says you can't help that person unless their life is at risk, like deeply at risk. And so what ends up happening, because it's broad and because hospitals and doctors cannot take the risk of becoming fucking felons and losing their jobs, they'll tell women, you are not, yes, you are going to miscarry. Yes, you need help. You are not sick enough. Come back when you're septic. Come back when your organs are failing. And we have stories of women going back home and having to come back to the hospital when they're fucking septic, when they're about to die, emergency surgery because they can't get help before that point. In America, in the greatest country on earth. That should infuriate you to your core. Like, if we're going to claim to be pro-life, you cannot tell me, we cannot watch women not have basic access to healthcare.
You cannot listen to that story and be like, yeah, that's so pro-life to continue to restrict them to get access to an abortion.
Every other country in the developed world has better access to healthcare for women than the United States. It's absurd. And it's a lot to blame because of these abortion laws.
And because of Republicans who constantly advocate against universal health care policy, right? They won't even talk about taking care of the kids once they're out of the womb, only for women when they're in the womb. Literally, once you're out of the womb, it's fuck all.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
It's pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
And again, this is I do want to be clear again, this is affecting so many women who want to get pregnant. There's an unbelievable amount of stories like this that aren't told enough. Deborah was 22 weeks pregnant in Florida, having her second child, extremely happy to be pregnant with her husband, then found out that her child had a fatal defect. 2 doctors agreed and said, you need an abortion. This child will not survive pregnancy. Except the claim was denied by the hospital because no, can't take that risk. So she ended up carrying that child to term in extreme pain, fell into severe depression, couldn't take care of her other child who was 5 or 6 years old, almost lost her husband because obviously this is a very traumatic thing. She ended up carrying that child to term. The child sat on the table. Wow. The child sat on the table struggling to breathe and died after 2 hours. So not only did that child that literally survived 2 hours go through significantly more hardship, struggling to breathe in physical pain because she couldn't get an abortion, but her fucking whole life was upended. And then not even mentioning the psychology around having to carry a child you know will not survive. I can't even fucking begin to imagine how psychologically damaging that is, considering obviously she fell into severe depression. It's there's just so many stories like this that it's just I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It just bugs me really bad that it seems every single person who comes up and wants to debate abortion has no, it's oh, I've never heard about the maternal mortality rate. What the fuck? You don't care about life?
Seriously.
Sorry,
Jessica, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much, Brianna. Thank you for the $2. Yeah, if they cared about life, they would talk about women's lives, but they never talk about this. They only talk about the literal fucking single cell organisms and the embryos. Yo, it's Appel to you. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. That's something I brought up in that Jubilee video one of those Jubilee videos I was on. They cut out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I literally brought. I'm dude, why do you care more about a zygote than you care about literally women's lives that are sentient?
Wow.
And they cut it out. I hate that they cut it out. It's so tragic.
Communists.
How old are you?
18.
Can you define communism? Yeah.
That's what you are. That's what communist Chris, communist Chris, and.
Okay, can you define it?
Yeah, I can. I don't have to.
What state do you live in?
I live in New York.
What time is it?
7:07.
Okay. So then can you define communist?
Again, that's what you believe in, but it's a system where, they start with socialism, then they move to communism, and it's a utopia that'll. It's a fake utopia where everybody owns, there's no money, there's no state, there's nothing. And that's what the Marxist
no
Democrats
state, no class.
want.
That's not what we're advocating for. We never advocated for no state, no
if
class,
you're a
no
Democrat,
money.
if you're a Democrat, that's what you're advocating for.
No, it's not. What the fuck, dude? Democrats are advocating
you're
to
communist
get rid of...
Chris and
Dude, you're trolling. This guy's
Dylan,
trolling.
Dylan, you know what's funny, Dylan? If you're not trolling, that Parker is like certainly more of a like quote unquote leftist than I am. Like I always find this conversation really funny because there's there's probably actual communists and socialists in this live who would define me as like a fascist or say that I'm being like a staunch liberal and I'm not.
I've actually seen that. Okay.
Yeah, no, literally. Like, I find this hilarious because
I think that's insane.
The actual leftist, and then just because you're a leftist, obviously doesn't mean you're a communist. But
most leftists do not believe that, though. Like,
right, of course.
I would most leftists would acknowledge that we are liberals, that we aren't leftists, right? In terms of a sense that we're not socialists, we're not communists. I used to be a socialist. I used to be a communist. I know how to define the term. And I do not meet those conditions. I'm a social democrat.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah.
Do
you even know what that is?
It's the welfare. They all want the welfare for everybody, and that's what Marxist Mowry.
Dylan, let me tell you what I think it is. This is what it is. Every single person should be able to have access to healthcare, housing, education, childcare, safe food, safe water, right? Basic standard of care for everyone. That's what I believe in. Right? Why don't you believe in that? Why don't you believe we should take care of our fellow people?
Capitalism does that. Socialism,
Parker supports capitalism.
I'm a
Parker
social democrat.
supports capitalism.
So capitalism, capitalism.
Parker supports capitalism.
I'm a social democrat.
If you support Harris, you don't support capitalism or freedom.
I'm going to kick you because your brain does not function properly.
Yo, Denisa, maybe? Thank you for screaming from the rooftops about women's rights. $5 on PayPal. Yeah, that goes a really long way. Truly, I don't take that for granted. I appreciate you so much. Megan, thank you so much for $2 on Cash App. I appreciate you. I got you. Message received.
I haven't seen on Dean recently, but he did message. Jack, did you vote Trump?
I did, and I'm jumping in on your last topic. For two reasons. One,
I'm so sorry, Jack. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. Give me 1 second here. Can I get a million W's in the chat for Devin? Welcome to Chicago. You, Parker, Harry, and Dean are great. Love you. $50 on Venmo. That is not something I take for granted. That is so unbelievably kind. There's never any pressure to donate monetarily. It means the absolute world. Can I get a million W's in the chat for Devin? I love Chicago. This place is dope. Megan, you're actually the best person in the South currently. I'd love you forever if you follow me on TikTok. I'll follow you. $5 on Venmo. You're the best. I lived in Georgia forever. I literally moved to Chicago like a week ago, but I promise I'll end up living in Atlanta. Just for the time being. I need a fresh start. Megan, you're absolutely amazing. I'll read the rest of these in a second. Guys, thank you
Monet,
so
thank you for the
much.
$1. It's not loading for me either, honestly. Janae, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you for the $5. Thank you.
Katie, $2 on Venmo. I was raped at 10 and required an abortion. I couldn't have carried the baby because I was too small on top of all the trauma. We need abortion laws. This was also in Georgia in 2006. Katie, I'm really, really, really sorry that happened. I really, really appreciate you being here and your support. And I agree. We need better laws. I mean, there's a girl in Texas right now, 7th grade, was assaulted in her own backyard. Halfway through 6th grade, started the 7th grade pregnant and carried the baby to term. Couldn't get an abortion. We see stories like this. And Katie, I'm incredibly sorry. I'm proud of you. I really appreciate you being here. Lacey, thank you so much for $12 on Venmo. Thank you for the passion and education on this topic. I really appreciate all your support. Seriously, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Neely, $5. Good to see you again. I was trying for baby 2 and had to have 3 abortions because my body just wouldn't miscarry naturally after the fetus died. Abortion is healthcare, 100%. And again, really, 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 I'm proud of you for the strength to go through. I really appreciate you. $5. I agree. Abortion is healthcare. Sorry, go ahead, guess. I'll read the rest of these in a second. Thank you guys so much. And again, I appreciate you guys being open enough to share your stories. I'm very, very proud of you. Thank you.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
This is directed to you, Chris. First, I want to say, yes, I voted for Trump. 2, I'm pro-choice. 3, I'm a retired emergency department nurse. And I worked in New York City, Boston, Manhattan, Florida.
I appreciate you.
And what I'm trying to get across to you is anecdotes are anecdotes. I'm telling you that before, during, and after any of these abortion laws, there's not one woman that will be denied care if the fetus isn't viable. If they have an ectopic, they're not going to wait 3 hours. If the drug you're talking about is a Schedule 5, Schedule 5 is about one of the lowest things there is. Codeine is Schedule 4, which is higher. What I'm trying to say, Chris, is you are really 100% wrong. And if you looked into every case that you're quoting happened and looked into the actual medical intervention, I cannot ever believe that any woman's care was denied and they died because they were having a miscarriage. It doesn't happen.
So then what happened with Amber Thurman in Georgia? I'm sure you're familiar with that.
I'm familiar with what's been stated, but I'm not familiar with the specifics of the case other than the anecdotal stories.
Well, again, like...
Wait. In the sense that we're talking about a specific scenario, you calling it anecdotal does not dispute its relevance because we're not using it to justify some generalized point. We're specifically using it as an example to justify that there are people that are dying because of this, because you're making the claim that there are not people dying because of these particular types of laws.
You're absolutely right. I totally 110% disagree that you can show me a young lady who was raped, a young lady who had a miscarriage, a young lady who had an ectopic. No care has ever been denied.
Wait, really? So what? Wait. So the 13. Wait. So there's a 13-year-old girl in Mississippi right now who was assaulted in her own backyard and carried the baby to term. She couldn't get an abortion.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. Again, why couldn't she get an abortion?
No. See, the thing is, you're not sure, but there's a family that's lives have been fucking upended and ruined because of that.
You don't know that any more than I do. Okay. You may know.
So what I know is that there was a federal protection for abortion before Roe v. Wade was overturned, which means there was abortion clinics in Mississippi. What I know now is that Mississippi has a complete and total abortion ban, and the nearest provider to Mississippi via driving is Chicago. And I know that the mother worked 2 jobs and was so distraught from the fact, blamed herself that her daughter got assaulted, which she shouldn't blame herself. Again, can't even imagine the psychology, that she tried desperately to get to Chicago, but couldn't. Right? So I know that if Roe v. Wade was still in effect, that she would have been able to take her child somewhere in Mississippi and had a much better chance of getting her child an abortion.
I won't speak on the Mississippi law specifically, but what I will reiterate is no woman under any state that has these laws that you say they have would ever have treatment delayed to the point of dying or the point of becoming septic.
Then
if
let
they
me ask
came
you,
in and they were septic, that's another story, because if you're septic, your chances of living are about 10%, unless you catch it quickly.
And I know you might not want to speak on specific cases, but again, Amber Thurman in Georgia travels state lines, takes illegal abortion drugs in North Carolina, comes back to Atlanta, right, and ends up. It turns out that the fetal matter had not fully left her uterus, and so she needed a DNC.
That's retained products of conception.
Correct. Yep. And so she went to Piedmont Hospital, and the doctors hooked her up to monitor, and they waited 19 hours. By an hour 18, her organs started failing, and she died. She was 28 years old. She was about to go to medical school, and she had a daughter. So
I think that's a great story.
Yeah, so I'm asking
you why. I did not draw
why
those conclusions unless I read the whole medical record.
Okay, and well, fantastic. There's actually a committee in Georgia that's now been, everyone on that committee has been fired by Brian Kemp, but there's actually a committee that already ruled that death was entirely preventable and blamed, and there's other groups have read that report who have blamed that death on Georgia's abortion law. Because here's the thing, 18 hours, what we're logically going to assume is that doctors were waiting because they were consulting with attorneys to figure out if... it is such an egregious, can you give me another logical possible reason why doctors, they could have performed the surgery 15 minutes, no equipment when she got to the hospital. Why was there 18 hours where they waited? And I do want to point out before we talk, Piedmont Hospital in North Atlanta is one of the most, is a world-renowned hospital. In fact, who is there's an individual, there's a famous comedian who just came out for his new special and said that he had a brain aneurysm and almost died. He went to Piedmont Hospital. To a lot of the amazing doctors, saved his life at Piedmont Hospital. I was born at Piedmont Hospital. Statistically, one of the most world-renowned hospitals. Why there has never been another scenario where a team of doctors wait 19 hours. So there can't possibly be another explanation.
Well, I don't know if it was a team, but I'll tell you if it was 18 hours, that's malpractice. And that has nothing to do with it. A doctor that waited because of the law. I'm telling you, it doesn't happen.
It's not. Here's a no. Hold on. But that's my point. Is that you say it's malpractice. Again, what's happening here is that the Georgia abortion law is very vague and confusing. It says that you can provide because she had already miscarried, right? But the Georgia law says you can help someone with a miscarriage if they had a naturally occurring miscarriage. Technically, because Amber Thurman took abortion pills, her abortion was not naturally occurring. And so again, all this to say that when you are going to perform a DNC on Amber Thurman, you are at some level risking 10 years in prison and a felony and losing your license. And so there's an enormous pressure on these doctors. The whole point being, the government shouldn't be involved in these things. And it was absolutely the cause of Amber Thurman's death.
And you don't think they'll lose their license for what they did? They will absolutely lose their license for what they did.
No.
Okay, and I'm not trying to change your mind. All I'm saying is I agree with pro-choice. What I disagree with is a little bit of this stuff that this happened here, this happened here, this happened there. There's not that many abortions that this could happen all the time. If you have a miscarriage and you have products of conception, there's not a doctor in the world that wouldn't intervene. And if they didn't, they will lose their license. That's all.
I do want to point out quickly before Nurse Heather goes, a lot of the stories I talked about, again, were women who were not seeking an abortion. They just couldn't get care for a pregnancy. They wanted to continue. Maybe they needed an abortion medically. Again,
hold on, Chris. I gotta let the chat know. Chat. That was a notification saying to disregard the last one, for the area that I was in. So just letting everyone know. We're all good. It was a notification through emergency.
Everyone, please stay safe. Please stay safe here in California.
Please do. Calling from Florida. When I say to evacuate with a hurricane, it's time to go. Even if I don't think I'm close.
Jack, I appreciate the work. I appreciate the work you've done around healthcare. And again, we have another a nurse in here. I'll let her speak because she's brilliant. Love Nurse Heather W. But really quickly, again, a lot of the stories I brought up were not people actively actively. They were pregnant. They were seeking care because something had gone astray. And if we look at if the U.S. maternal mortality rate ranks 55th in the developed world, and we can see that in places like Texas, specifically, the maternal mortality rate is increasing significantly more than every other state in the United States, then it's better. It's much more likely it's being caused by something like abortion bans because women are not getting healthcare or doctors are leaving because they don't want to provide that healthcare. I don't know why else the maternal mortality rate in Texas.
I can guarantee you that.
Doctors aren't leaving? In Georgia, half our counties don't have OBGYNs. That wasn't the case before Roe v. Wade. You're gonna tell the women I've talked to that are driving 2 hours because the primary care provider closed shop that they're just fucking making shit up?
No, I don't want to say that, but you do remember malpractice when all the prices went up. Everyone said all the doctors are leaving. They don't leave. Trust me. They may move their practice, but I'm telling you, my only concern is that I'm sure some have. I think the numbers are insignificant.
Okay, go ahead, Nurse Heather.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
So you're a nurse as well?
I am.
Okay. And so what exactly is your issue?
My issue is Chris talking about women who have had a miscarriage for whatever reason and had something wrong with the baby and their treatment was delayed. And working in emergency departments for 40 years of my young life, there's not a doctor, a provider, a nurse practitioner, a PA that would ever delay treatment. There's not a doctor that knew there were products of conceptions left inside the woman that would wait 18 hours. And if they did, they deserve to lose their license. And I just don't see it. I'm not even trying to convince you. I'm telling you, I have never witnessed it.
Oh, well, I mean, no, you're not going to convince me because, that's true. That's the only explanation for why these women are dying, right? Like Chris said, you tell us if the difference between pre-Roe v. Wade being overturned and now we have maternal mortality rates skyrocketing, doctors moving out of these states, people unable to access primary care, situations where women are waiting way too long to receive the care that they need.
Can I quote Parker for a minute?
Because of the law. So,
where is the source that says
more bad
it's skyrocketing?
listening to people say that these doctors are committing medical malpractice because they're doing the exact opposite. They are trying to protect their license. They know that they need to operate on these women, but they have to go to ethics boards. They have to go to lawyers. They have to go past the frickin' governor of Texas before they can practice these procedures that everybody knows they need. These women need these procedures. You just said that. You know that. I know that. So you tell me, why aren't they getting them? If it's not because of the change in the laws, why is it?
So hold up one second. I have to unmute him.
He goes, muted. Oh, muted me. Thank you. I said, what I'm trying to get across is abortion is a horrible issue. I would never want to be in a position to make that decision as a man for a woman. So I perfectly support, I've always supported choice, still voted for Trump, but always support choice.
That's contradictory.
But I'm talking, no, it's not. No, it's not. Being a president is not a one issue. But you're right. Being a president is not one issue.
So what particular issue is more relevant? What particular issue is more relevant than women getting access to their rights?
We need a very good commander-in-chief. And without getting off, I think you're pivoting. Oh, I love this. I get to use your words.
Can you explain to me what specifically? Can you explain to me what specifically about Kamala Harris is so bad in terms of being a quote-unquote commander-in-chief that means that it is the case that Donald Trump is going to be so much better insofar as that you're going to overlook women not having rights?
Wow, that's quite a convoluted question, but if you give me 30 seconds, I'll try to answer it.
I also think as you answer, again, I would address Heather's point about like, if it's what is the reason after Roe v. Wade we're seeing these maternal mortality rates skyrocket if it's not the laws?
Well, again, I'm not sure about the source for skyrocketing
according to the CDC. If we take the CDC data for the maternal mortality rate in Texas, it's increased 56% from 2019 to 2022 compared to 11% nationwide. The maternal mortality rate for all individuals in 2022 was 28.5 per 100,000. For reference, Canada's maternal mortality rate is 8. In 2021, which is obviously more of a financially difficult year for a lot of people, that rate for all individuals was 43.9 per 100,000, 79, almost 80 per 100,000 for Black individuals. Again, Texas is 8. So in this time period, like from 2019 to 2022, we've seen Texas specifically, this is a good analysis of Texas, increase significantly more than nationwide, the maternal mortality rate increasing. So the question I think Nurse Heather is posing is if it's not the laws, if it's not women being denied care or not getting access to care, then why is it increasing so much?
Can I just say something really quick before I use this? I'm just going to say this because I've seen it a few times in the comment. 2 things. 1, yeah, I'm non-practicing. That's intentional. I'm doing my master's right now, so I'm not practicing. Legally, I have to say that. That doesn't mean I'm not a nurse. The second thing, yes, I'm Canadian. That's also irrelevant because Canadian trained and American trained nurses write the exact same board licensing exam. I can practice anywhere in the States as easily as I can practice anywhere in Canada.
Some of my best friends are Canadian.
Jack, I have a question. Have you already had this debate with Heather on Harry's Live?
Who, me? No.
I don't recognize him either.
I don't think so. If I did, I'd certainly admit it.
Someone sent me that message. A lot of people are saying yes that you did.
I've had one conversation. It may have been with you. It might have been with Dean. I'm not sure. But what specifically I'm calling for today was that I support pro-choice. I don't think the tactics and I think they are scare tactics when they say doctors, providers are delaying treatment for certain things. I, in my practice, have never, ever, ever seen that. Do you remember Edelin? I know you're probably too young.
Yeah. Wait, so I like how when you first came on here, you were like, anecdotal evidence. But then what you just provided to me was an anecdotal claim. Because you have never seen it means it's never fucking happened before.
No. I'm telling you, I've been around many, many hospitals in D.C., I got off the job.
Is that not anecdotal? Is that anecdotal? Yes or no?
It is. It absolutely is. So if you don't like anecdotal, you can't support anecdotal statements. Okay, that's all. And I don't think. I get your names mixed up because you all say the same thing. Chris is being helpful in this matter because I don't think he's even close to being correct. That's all I wanted to come up for.
Can I ask you about your view in terms of being like pro-Trump? Like the question I asked earlier. Can you give me anything that is worse about Kamala Harris than literally restricting women's rights?
Yeah. If you give me 30 seconds, I promise I will, and I'm going to say goodnight. I'm getting to be an old man. I'm telling you that my absolute political belief is that, one, Biden was incompetent. Two, he was basically forced out. Three, there were many people that didn't want Kamala Harris in the Democratic Party. Joe Biden came out the day, and that's another thing. I love that we see Trump. He's made up like a clown. No one cares about that, but every one of you worry about how you.
You still haven't mentioned a single thing bad about Kamala.
I'm telling you.
I'm waiting. I'm seriously waiting.
She was not equipped. You at one point say, well, she was only the vice president. The only duties the vice president has is blah. Well, the only thing Kamala did during the whole process was it 33 times she split the Senate vote or sided on the Senate in the 50-50 vote.
She had the most tie-breaking votes of any vice president. So can I finish my statement? I let you finish.
You did. You interrupted me with that.
No, I didn't. You asked me a question.
50-50.
You asked me a question.
What was the question I asked?
You asked how many tie-breaking votes.
No, I told you how many tie-breaking votes.
You said it in a question.
33.
You said it in a question.
You're absolutely.
You said it in a question. Shut the fuck up, dude. Why are you so annoying, dude? Like, literally, I'm just trying to explain. That's the most any vice president has ever done. She also raised private funds, right, within Central America to reduce the likelihood of people coming here in terms of the migration crisis. So you can say that she did nothing, but she did the most of any other vice president, and you don't say that about any other vice presidential candidate throughout history, right? Secondly, in terms of like literally like her qualifications, she was a senator, she was a district attorney, she was an attorney general, right? She's worked within politics for a pretty long time. She's pretty accredited. I like how you didn't ask any of those questions about Donald Trump. Donald Trump has fucking zero qualifications to be president of the United States. He bankrupted 6 times off of inheriting $400 million, adjusted for inflation, from his daddy. That's literally what he inherited.
May I comment on that? That has been your dissertation for about 7 months, and it didn't work. That's all I have to say. It didn't work. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just telling you that really, Kamala was put there because there was no way in hell that if they didn't support her, they would have had a snowball's chance in hell to win. They didn't have a snowball's chance in hell to win with her.
Do you realize that he hasn't responded to a single point I've made this entire time?
I've responded to every point.
No, you haven't. What point did you respond to?
Your whole dissertation is a false narrative that has been rehearsed and rehearsed.
What is false about it? What's false? Don't just say it's false. Tell me what about it's false. You can't just, you say you're responding to what I'm saying is by just saying it's false?
You don't have to yell about her being a district attorney. She had no more or less qualifications. Obama didn't have any great qualifications when he ran.
She was a district attorney. She was a district attorney. So what was false?
Absolutely. So
then what was false?
What's false is your belief that she was qualified to do the job. There were at least
what did I say that was false? You just said that it was false that she was qualified. What doesn't I just gave you multiple reasons why she was qualified, right? And you didn't respond to any of the reasons.
Disagree with them. I disagree that automatically.
I disagree that senator is a qualification for being president of the United States. That vice president is a qualification for being president of the United States. That being a lawyer, a district attorney, and an attorney general is literally qualifications for being president of the United States. Now, name to me any of the qualifications that Donald Trump had.
Let me clarify that. Not a disqualification. Anybody can run for president. Okay, anybody can run.
Yeah, but we don't think anyone should be president. So we say that there are certain qualifications for who should be president, right? Because you said that Joe Biden didn't meet those standards because he wasn't mentally equipped enough. Nor was Donald Trump, by the way. But what you're not acknowledging is that you're saying what a president should be, because nowhere in the Constitution is that enlisted.
Parker, You comparing Trump's mental status to Biden, you lose credibility, period.
What are you talking about? He literally said that windmills are causing whales to die never seen before.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, if you compare Biden's mental status as just as bad as Trump's, you lose credibility.
I didn't lose any
It's
credibility.
why you lost.
If I haven't lost if I haven't lost any credibility, type 3 in the comment section.
I don't care what your followers say.
These aren't just followers. Most of the people alive are not following.
Is President Trump. Okay, he won. That's all. They won the Senate. They won the House.
Look at this. Can you look at the chat? Do you see all the threes? So like I haven't lost credibility. Jack, I haven't lost credibility, and you still everything you've said is in a response to any of the specific points that I made, and are just vague generalizations of like, that's false. Oh, I don't like this.
No.
That's all it is.
Generalizations. No, you asking your followers that's all it is. It means nothing. Your followers.
I gave you an argument this entire time. I gave you arguments this entire time.
No.
I have.
Again, if it was me and I wanted.
What is something bad that Kamala Harris has done? Hey, Jack, what is something bad that Kamala Harris has done?
Jack has done. What she did was when she was asked questions, and one of her first responses always, 7 out of 10 times, was, I come from the middle class.
I knew he was going to fucking say this. I just want to let people know, literally, he said he's pro-choice. He said he cares about women getting restricted access to abortion. This is the reason that he's providing as to why Kamala Harris is the worst candidate. She said in one interview that she comes from a middle-class family. When Donald Trump said he got a small loan of $1 million, that was his backstory.
Not in one interview. That's where you lose credibility.
That's where you lose credibility.
Many. I know you don't like it. Oh, she most certainly. Do you understand? You don't lose the presidency, the Senate, and the House on one issue.
So I just want to let you know. You said that was her response to like literally every question. No, it wasn't. Right? You didn't actually like look at any of this. You just looked at clips on the internet from X. I guarantee you didn't move past X or Facebook. Those are the only places that you spend your time on to be able to identify what happened in the election, because you didn't give a shit about nuance. You didn't give a shit about context. You didn't give a shit about any of that. You just wanted to frame Kamala Harris in a negative context to make yourself feel better for voting for a civilly liable sexual abuser who literally tried to coup the country by sending false slates of electors to electoral college and restricted women's access to abortion. Because you don't give a shit about women. You don't give a shit about victims. All you care about is supporting Donald Trump and his misogynistic rants over and over again. His trying to take Panama and Greenland. I'm not projecting
He's not going to take Panama and Greenland.
Your candidate literally said he was unsure about whether or not he wouldn't tell the world. He was unsure about telling the world that he wouldn't use a military to literally take Panama and Greenland. Preach the buck cliff. So you can sit there all you want and act like this didn't happen. But we all heard it. Donald Trump said it, and he's fucking even more unhinged than you would have thought. That's unhinged. No one asked for this. He did not run on this. No one asked for him to try to take fucking Greenland, right? Canada, Mexico, and fucking Panama. No one asked for this. Not even his own base asked for this. This is delusional, unhinged, maniac type shit that you fuck around and found out. Appreciate the sunglasses. Literally, you fucked around, and now we found out that Donald Trump wants to start taking countries. He wants to economically coerce Canada to be the 51st state, when multiple provinces would literally have to be a state if you actually did that, if they literally democratically voted in. But they're not democratically voting in. They don't want to join our shit show where we have a presidential candidate, right, specifically that denies the results of the last election. They don't want to like go back on healthcare where literally they have broader access to healthcare. They don't want to like get their education cut.
Harry, excuse me.
Wait, Heather, you are Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Would you want to join the United States?
Would I want to join the United States?
Like as Canada, yeah.
No, of course not. But I would sacrifice Alberta.
Oh, wait, I've always said this. So California, Oregon, Washington, Minnesota, Illinois, and a bunch of the northeastern states, right, all join Canada.
Yes.
Right, all join Canada, and we'll do a trade. Alberta for all of those
states. That'd be
great.
Yeah, and you can have suggestions too if you want.
I do that.
Jack, you guys
we can agree on something, so I do that.
You know, I would do that too. I would so do that.
Parker, I'm going to say goodnight, but I just want to leave you with this. Please keep doing this, because 2026 is really close. And I think if you keep doing what you're doing, the Republicans are going to continue to be successful. But I do say goodnight.
What makes you think that?
try to be brief on this one. Because
no, you know what it is?
During this election, let me answer. Don't.
No, I think it's stupid. You're jealous.
Don't tell my answers. I'm not jealous.
I can kick you from the live, so be quiet. Don't unmute your mic. Don't unmute your mic. I'm gonna finish this. So Jack, you're just jealous that I specifically am able to get people to hear what I'm saying and change the world for the better. And what you're doing is you're looking at that and you're saying because you're jealous about that, you want to like somehow like fucking undercut me in any way possible. And the only way you felt like you could is by saying that like I'm getting more Republicans than Democrats. Nothing would support that. All the people that come up here are way more likely to shift towards the left because I'm actually giving factual information than the people who come up on my live that consistently argue with no reasonable basis. But go for it.
Okay, I just want 30 seconds. And I really and truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. I really would like you to continue to do this. But before the election, I was really concerned, absolutely concerned. And I know this is someone that you probably hate, but there was one individual, and I listened to 7 different channels on TV, whether they're liberal, OAN, MSNBC, Rachel Maddow, Ari Melber, whatever, Tucker Carlson, all of them. I listened to all of them, okay? And I was really concerned that
I gave him 30 seconds. He asked for 30 seconds. So I granted his request, chat. What can I say? I'm like a genie. He asked for a wish and I granted it. No, Heather, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming up. It was good having you on.
Do you mind dropping me a follow?
I got you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming up.
Yeah,
have a great day.
Bye.
Appreciate you, Heather. All right, let's get this next person up here. Oh my God, that's actually hilarious. I'm out here granting wishes. Jeannie Parker. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
So.
What'd you say?
Why so?
I just like what he stood for over Kamala, and I liked
Kamala, like what?
And I liked Agenda 47.
Have you been on before?
Most of it.
Have you been on before?
Yeah, I have.
Bye. I had a feeling that person was gonna be annoying. I've already talked to them before, apparently, so that's probably why. Sid, think of it $2. Thank you so much. I don't know. Maybe he is trying to say crazy stuff to take away attention. Thank you. Lena, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Beth, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Can we get some W's for them in the chat? I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate it. If you want to support me as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio. Yo, what's up? How old are you? And again, by the way, everyone, I just want to let everyone know, I did get an alert saying that they disregarded the emergency message I got. So don't worry, everyone. We're chilling. We're in a safe area. We're fine. Erica, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. You should let people pay to kick jerks off. I might add that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
Why so?
A couple of different reasons. I've gone on a couple of these debates and I've debated other reasons before, but I'll debate you on the border if you want.
Okay, so you did vote Trump, right?
Yeah.
You've been on my live before?
Not on this one, no. I've been on other ones.
Okay, so then I have a question. Can you name one Trump border policy that you like that made conditions better?
Not that he did that. Not that he passed in his last term, but I'm very mixed on his next term. I think mass deportations is kind of a dreamer's policy. I don't think he's actually gonna get everything he wants to get done, but it kind of comes off as a contradiction when Obama.
Like that's already how the law is.
Right. In theory, it would work like that, but that's not
in reality, it does work that way.
Well, then my question would be like, how do you explain like the asylum rates right now? I think half of them are denied, and well, asylum.
The legal process. You need to make the asylum process go faster.
Right. Like the process of asylum is legal, but the fact is the system's being abused. So you get like half of these people that come in for asylum claims, they get denied, and then among that group, a large majority of those people, they don't adhere to what the court says.
And
they
you
just
agree
say,
with the bipartisan border bill, right?
I do actually. I do for the most part. I think that shouldn't have gotten shut down, but I do also think that something like that is going to be written into law under the Trump administration. You know, I do blame him for shutting that down. And then that HR2 bill, I had my problems with it, but you asked me like, how do we identify who's like undocumented? In that HR2 bill, there was something to do with like an implementation to like a system where like employers had to like kind of like put into the system whether or not their workers were here legally or not. So I think we can do something like that. You know, I don't think that like,
they just wouldn't report undocumented workers.
Right, but then they should be like penalized for that. They should have some sort of...
Okay, of course you would say that. Like obviously you want to penalize the employers, but then that means you would penalize people like Donald Trump who employed undocumented immigrants.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. You want to give them a fine or put them in prison?
We should give them a fine. Give them a fine. You know, I'm all for that. But I think my biggest problem isn't like the fact that we have undocumented immigrants in the country. Like, I know there is a lot of fear mongering on the right where like they try to make it out. They try to like dehumanize these people. That's not my biggest problem with it. My biggest problem is that like undocumented immigration, it just in its existence, it like incentivizes people to like take those paths to get into the country as opposed to like the legal system
So if you want to incentivize people to go through the legal process, make the legal process go faster so that people aren't incentivized to go through the undocumented process.
Right, but we already have such a large problem with the undocumented process. I feel like we need to reform that first before we can even focus on the legal process.
No, you making the legal process faster will, by product, make it easier for us to deal with undocumented immigration. And the real reason it'll make it easier is because it'll help us identify who's here for a better life. Because more people who are coming for a better life are just going to go through the legal process rather than go through undocumented because it takes too long.
But we already have people that have come in the wrong way. That's my point. So like, I'm all for
give them a pathway to citizenship.
Yeah, but that kind of seems to me like, you're giving them special privilege over the people that waited in line to get here the legal way.
Okay,
so like if somebody comes in on like
that's what the American dream is. So let me explain to you how that's the American dream. The reason why that's the American dream is because we want it better for our children than it was for us. So like that's like this like age-old saying of like, oh, because I had to walk across like 3 million hills, right, in literally negative a million degrees temperature with frostbite on my feet, right, to be able to make it to work, to be able to get food on the table. That means you have to as well. No, we believe in the American dream. We want it to be better for our children than it was for us. So yes, we want special privileges for people of the future. Yes, we want it to be better for our children.
I understand that. But my point is that if we start giving away pathways to citizenship, then that'll incentivize more people to like come in on a work visa and then overstay their visa and then just apply for a pathway to citizenship. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it still incentivizes the undocumented, pathway.
No, because you make the process faster to go through the legal process. Okay, so more people would be incentivized to do that. So there's less people going through the undocumented process. And also for the pathway so that's where we're giving them a pathway to citizenship just through legal means. You see what I mean? Like, so incentivize them to go through the citizenship process.
Right, but coming here on a visa, overstaying that visa, and then applying for a pathway is not doing that. I mean, I understand your point.
That's not how. So again, you can also treat people who are already in the country differently than people who would be trying to get into the country in the future. Right? You just establish laws in which actually make sense. Once we have laws that actually make sense, I don't have an issue with enforcement of those particular laws. But right now, the laws that exist don't make sense. So obviously, if you violate the law, I don't have as much of an issue with it. The same way that like there are certain laws about federal illegalization of the M drug. Yet if you use M drug in a certain state in which I think it's illegal, I wouldn't have an issue with that at all. I'd be like, fuck yeah, bro. Just make sure you don't get caught. Type shit.
No, that's a fair point. I think that makes sense. I don't know. I do find it a little bit like, I do find it as kind of a contradiction when like Obama, do you support all the mass deportations that were done under Obama? I mean, I've seen photos of kids sitting in cages during his presidency, and that was like a direct cause of like his immigration policy. So to me, that's like, I mean, when Obama does it, you guys seem to like put him on a pedestal and talk about how great of a president he was. But when Trump wants to do something similar, you guys are acting like
example specifically.
Oh, what do you mean?
Give me a specific example.
Of what?
Of us putting Obama on a pedestal for something that we blame Trump.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to give you a specific example, but are you denying that? I mean, the left does, act like Obama was an amazing president. I think he was a pretty good president for the record.
I think he was one of our best presidents, but
right. And
I obviously agree that there were issues. Now, did you say that the separation kids thing?
I've just seen it, and I'm not super well versed on it.
So the only conditions in which that was true was in the context of abuse. That's what we already do for children who are in the United States abused by their parents. We separate them from the parents who are abusing them.
And we put them in cages?
That's not in cages, no.
I don't know. I'm just referencing. I'm not trying to.
The child separation policy. That was not in cages.
I'm just referencing, like, I know there was a photo going around a few years back during, I think, Trump's first term where people were trying to, like, pin Trump as, like, like, they were taking photos of, like, kids in cages from 2014 and then acting like it was Trump that was the one doing that. And it was, like, it was something on CNN.
I'd have to see the particular post, though.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard for me to find them. I'm sitting in my car.
The point that I'm making is that, like, it wasn't separated and putting people in cages. The separation policy was just in the context of abuse.
Right. Well, what do you think about, like, the rapid DNA testing getting taken away from the border?
That makes sense because there's no issue to do there's no reason to do DNA, and I'll explain to you why there's no reason to do DNA. Let me give you an example. Adopted parents try to get into the country with their adopted kid, right? Would you prevent them because they didn't have the same DNA?
I think you'd have to, look into them a little more extensively than somebody that.
So you do a background check and you look at their documentation, right?
Right, but I think ultimately, like,
so then why wouldn't you? So you do that in any case. If you had DNA that shows that they have a relation, would you still do a background check?
Yeah, you would. But I think.
Then why is there any relevance of the DNA if you're going to have to evaluate it based upon the background check either way?
Okay,
background check is necessary and sufficient. The DNA by itself is nor necessary nor sufficient.
I see what you're saying. I guess in my head, and I'm thinking, like, when it comes to, like, terms of, like, human trafficking or any of these major issues, but I do get how that kind of contradicts itself with, like, adopted kids, and that is a good point. But I think that it just does raise that, like, extra level of speculation where it's like, all right, so you guys don't match up with DNA. Like, if someone, for example, they came in and they said, this is my biological daughter, and they were trying to traffic them, and then the DNA doesn't match up, right there, that's a red flag. You see what I'm saying? Like it kind of like obviously if they come to the border.
Now you're just saying that something you'd evaluate based upon, not based upon DNA, but you'd evaluate based upon background check, because you'd be able to evaluate that based upon background checks. You don't need DNA to be able to evaluate that. DNA is an unnecessary, more costly endeavor that you'd go through because you would still need documentation to verify.
All right, yeah, I see your point. I'll concede. I mean, that wasn't something I was super, bent up on either. Like, that was just one of the things that I kind of had in mind. I mean, I don't know. I just think that his plans for mass deportation, but, like, even these Democrat cities, like, they're getting.
He's lying. He doesn't actually, like, do what he says he's gonna do. He's such a fucking, like, I'm gonna tell them that I'm gonna give them all $1 million. That's essentially what his policy is. Is I'm gonna tell them that they're all gonna get $1 million, and once they get elected, now the $1 million is never gonna be seen.
No, I do get.
That's essentially what Trump is running on. Yeah. You know what? When I run for president, if I ever did, I would just say I'm gonna give everyone $1 million. And like, they're going to be Trump voters that vote for me because they're like, oh, he's going to give me $1 million.
But you already see him, like, kind of falling back, and that's kind of what I expected to. I know that's not a great reason to vote for someone, but like the H-1B visas, like, like things that should be implemented into the system. But I think that he's really going to target when he shut that down. I think that for the most part, it was a good bill. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure of, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because I don't study.
Jaron, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much, McKenna. Thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much, McKenna. I really
so I don't study like politics religiously, but one thing I did think I saw, like I thought I saw about that bill was that, like, obviously they were going to send aid to, more border patrol agents and to, like, more judges to speed up the process. But I also thought I saw something there about, like, sending money to, like, cities around the border to, like, help them with the mass overflow of immigrants. And to me, that's like
sending what? Sorry, say it one more time.
I might be wrong, so you can correct me if I am, but they were going to send, like, billions of dollars to, like, cities on the border to like help like with like healthcare costs and like other things, like taxpayer money to like basically spend on like people who they're not like technically abusing the system, but like to me it was like, why am I spending my
There's no
taxpayer
federal money. You're talking about statewide money. So you have an issue with state policy specifically allowing them to give money to immigrants who are legally in the country through the asylum process, money to pay for food for their children. So states' rights to restrict women's access to abortion, but not states' rights to literally provide food for children that are in the country through a legal process.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I wanted to know. I mean, I started coming up on these debates. I was very conservative before the election, and after the election, I did start coming up on these. I was pro-life before the election, and now I'm pro-choice. So, like things like that, I do like talking about it and kind of contesting my own views. So, I appreciate it.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to talk about, Rad?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, let's go on to the next person. Everyone only sent a guest request if you did vote Trump. Chris, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm, surviving, Parker. That's all you can do to ask for, right?
Yeah, that's all you can ask for.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Oh.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Got money on my mind.
Dude, I have like a traumatic response to that song.
The Penn State?
And it's only because of Dean.
Wait, really?
I thought it was Dean too. It is giving Dean.
Can you explain to me? Can you explain to me House Bill 13848?
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is House Bill 13848,
what is that?
bro? Well, you can Google it. I'm asking you to explain to me what it is.
Well, I'd have to know what it is first.
It's a Senate bill.
Okay. Well, I don't know which Senate bill it is.
Well, I'm confused.
Can you tell me?
What's the point of view?
Tell me what your thoughts on the First Continental Congress document?
Well, touche.
Can you give me your thoughts on Executive Order 12643? What about Senate Bill 1348? Can you tell me about that one?
13848.
What is it, bro?
Yeah, I said 1348. Can you tell me what are your thoughts on Senate Bill 1348?
I'm asking you to tell me.
You tell me.
What's the Senate bill? What's the Senate bill, bro?
13848.
How about you give me your thoughts on?
It was initiated in.
How about you give me your thoughts on case number 22CV10016?
Well, you got to get to 13637.011.
Can you tell me your thoughts on that one? Joey, thank you so much for the $1.
Wait, you said it's a Senate bill?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so.
No, are you sure you're not referring to an executive order 13848?
Yeah, it's an.
Well, those two things are completely different.
Well, that's all I'm asking for.
Joey, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you so much.
It looks like imposing certain sanctions in the event of foreign interference in the United States election. So it looks like an executive order Trump signed around not later than 45 days after the conclusion of the United States election. The Director of National Intelligence, in consultation with the heads of any other appropriate executive departments and agencies, shall conduct an assessment of any information indicating that a foreign government or any person acting as an agent or on behalf of a foreign government has acted with the intent or purpose of interfering in that election. What's your point?
Exactly. I appreciate it. He stole the fucking election.
Wait, your argument is that Donald Trump stole the election?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
I'm sorry, dude. That's actually wild, man. Dude, I'm sorry.
Blue MAGA.
Dude, that's literally blue MAGA, man. It's actually blue MAGA.
Oh no. Guys.
They're like, we can win on it. We can win on it. Let's say he stole the election, we can win on it.
Wait, this was signed in 2018. It looks like an Hold on a second.
We could have done that. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we could have done that, and like, there's nothing that MAGA could have said.
I know.
There's nothing they could have said.
I don't know.
I'm serious. We could have actually done that. What's up, Paul, to you? Like, seriously, like, who's preventing us from doing that? If we just wanted to fuck the society even more, we could have done it. It's a paladin.
Nigger.
Ew, you fucking weirdo.
Nigger.
What a weirdo.
Imagine like spending your time doing shit like that.
Nick, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you.
Wait, 2018? Wait a second.
Thank you for the money gun. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Like 20.
Did you vote Trump?
No. Slay.
Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. If you want to support me or Chris, send Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? First thing in lights. Did you know that Dean's literally flying out to LA like when there's fires? I was like, dude, Dean picked the best time to come out to LA, dude. Like actually the best time.
Wait, I don't even understand.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay, did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did indeed.
Okay, why so?
Well, I just believe that he was a way better candidate than Harris.
Bro.
What, Chris?
This guy's not a Trump supporter.
What are you talking about?
He's a troll.
But Chris,
I love that dude though, bro. He tries so hard. He said, "God damn it." Sorry, bro. Sorry. By the way, I just do want to point out if the other wait really quickly. Yeah, so it looks like the executive order the blue MAGA guy was referring to, saying that Trump stole the election. This is just for everyone's knowledge, this is an executive order signed in 2018 giving the president and like any like certain administrations or certain people in the executive branch more ability to like sanction bad actors if they have found that they were like actively colluding and trying to like interfere in our elections. I have no idea how an executive order like this would have anything to do with giving Trump the ability to steal the election, but it literally just designates it delegates the implementation of sanctions to the Department of the Treasury, and then describes how you like. If someone had direct
has no fucking relevance at all towards Trump winning the election in 2024.
Correct.
Absolutely no fucking relevance.
If someone directly or indirectly engaged in, sponsored, concealed, or otherwise was complicit in foreign interference in a U.S. election, assisted in that, financially benefited from that, etc., then they could be sanctioned, and it lays out they can be sanctioned by the Department of the Treasury and designates and delegates how that works. So,
Clarence, did you vote Trump? Clarence, you there? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if he did vote Trump. Also, by the way, Elon Musk was literally quote tweeting fucking older millennial. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, he did it once, like months ago.
I know.
And I woke up this morning, and that's the first text I read from Harry, and I was like, oh wow, another day, another, living in hell.
Another day where Elon Musk is literally quote tweeting a guy who called for the genocide of mentally disabled people. Literally did that, and like still is supported by Elon Musk and gets millions of views.
Are we geeked tonight?
How old are you?
I'm 19. Are we geeked tonight, or was that just last night?
Dude, that's every night, bro.
Good shit.
It's every day, bro.
With the Disney Channel flow. Got 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months. Never done before. That's right.
Past all the competition now.
Man. PewDiePie is next. Something Rolex.
I don't remember any of the rest.
Yeah, dude. We need 26.
It's every day, bro.
Yo, Jennifer.
What's up? How old are you?
Hi.
Did you vote Trump?
Sorry, can you repeat that? My volume was
off. Did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did, and I'm 18.
Are you in the bathtub?
I'm in a hot tub right now.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like that's still weird. Did you vote Trump? So why'd you vote Trump?
I think mainly for economic reasons, but can I address one point before we get started? So it was about the live with Dean and Parker, and you guys were discussing, you were talking to Mariah and discussing why she shouldn't use the label blacks. I personally believe...
Okay, well, now we're going to have someone like, oh my God, that's actually insane. That's one that's, I think that's pretty like dehumanizing, right?
I think it's dehumanizing because you're speaking for them. Don't you think white people...
Wait. Do you think white people can identify that certain things are racist?
Parker, can I finish?
If you say something intelligent.
Interrupting each other because you're not winning when you interrupt somebody.
Okay, go ahead. You're not winning when you say something idiotic, but go for it.
I'm not saying anything. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that you should not be speaking for black people. White people have already spoken for them throughout their whole history. White people have already spoken for black people throughout their whole life. I think it is under their conviction.
Wait, I have a question. Are you doing that right now?
Well, it's in a different sense.
By the way, I just want to let you know, you can say things are racist as a white person. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's like what you should do. you should say that things are racist.
Tell me how saying blacks.
Yeah, don't say that again. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna kick you from the stream.
Okay,
Yes, it's
I'm not
because
gonna say it.
because historically it's been used to dehumanize people who are black.
Where have you what?
You haven't seen this within society? How people who specifically use that all the time? Now, what's people's choice word for people who are black who are Nazis today? What word do they specifically use? Because I hear people like Nick Fuentes on Twitter saying that all the time. Why does he specifically choose that word? To dehumanize people who are black.
What word would you suggest people to use when they are discussing
black people? It's not a difficult concept.
He said it's really simple.
It's really simple. Black people.
Okay, fair. Okay. I mean, you taught me that. I had no idea that it was used in that context during that history.
You should definitely not.
And that's fine. Now you do know, and now you can tell other people. So, like, I'm not calling you a bad person because you didn't know that these things are bad. Now that I've educated you and told you that these things are bad, and that other people have acknowledged this, and there's had a historical impact that where it's been bad, you should like now acknowledge this or try to educate yourself further about this and not do it.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Who hurt you?
Oh, okay. So yeah, that really, you can see how much they cared.
We live in a society.
We do live in a society.
Oh, really quickly. Really quickly. Hold on, Zach. Give me like 1 second, buddy. Yo, Mary, thank you so much for $2 on.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
Yo, Zach, you're the best. Appreciate you, W. Zach.
Appreciate you.
Mary, I appreciate you always being so kind. And also, from Mary, do these give another $3. Thanks for speaking up about abortion rights. So I appreciate you so much, Mary. Huge W's, Mary. It goes a really long way, truly. Heather, thanks so much. I love reading, Parker. It's just something I do so bigly.
Sometimes bigly, I do tremendously great.
Clea. I love you. You're amazing.
I'll give you a second. Mia, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much, Mia. I appreciate it. They said I'm black, and saying black with the S at the end is totally racist. Love your work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Amy, thank you so much for $5 on Venmo. It was a really long way. Good to see you. These are real stories. These very real stories are heartbreaking, and they're not anecdotes. Thank you for always fighting for women. We love you, Chris. Amy, I love you. It's always really, really good to see you. Thank you. You're the best. Jessica, I had a molar pregnancy and I had to do an abortion with pills, which was improperly deemed complete. The tissue kept growing for months, making me very sick. I had to have an emergency DNC. I would have died without that abortion. Abortion is healthcare. Jessica, I'm really, really sorry you went through that, and I'm incredibly fucking proud of you. And thank you for opening up and sharing your story and supporting. It means the absolute world. Huge W's for Jessica. I'm glad you're with us.
Did you vote Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Because he's the right candidate. And how do you guys feel about TikTok?
What state do you live
in? California.
What time is it?
5 in the morning.
It is not 5 in the morning, dude. It's 5 p.m. I live in California.
Allison, thank you so much for $1 on Venmo. Again, Jessica, very proud of you. I appreciate you. I'm sorry I couldn't send more. Please don't apologize. There's never any pressure. Just you being here means the world. I'm sorry I couldn't send more. I'm about to be out of work, but I want to say thank you for what you do. I'm a climate activist. I was wondering if you could follow my podcast to help boost us. I'll check it out, Allison, for sure. I appreciate you so much. You rock. Beth, $25 on Venmo. Thank you so much. Thank you for standing up for women. It's incredibly disrespectful when people like Jack deny women's stories. Beth, I really, really appreciate you. Really, really proud of you.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, sir.
Why so?
Mainly abortion.
And KB, thank you so much. I appreciate the $30. Thank you so much. I'll always pick you over the bear, Parker. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Gia, thank you for the $7. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Annabelle, thank you so much for the $1. And then also go. Go ahead. What's the reason why you voted Trump?
Mainly abortion.
Okay. Why so?
Because, well, to kind of start off, why do you believe sentience is the benchmark for abortion?
That's just going to be like my intuition. We're going to compare our particular intuitions, and we're going to see which one like conforms most given the particular examples we provide.
Yeah.
I'll give you like an example. Like, do you think it's okay? Or is murder for a family, for a person, someone's family, to pull the plug on another individual in their family that's brain dead?
No.
Why not? They have cellular life.
Yeah. Because I believe you should only be able to take somebody's life when it comes to self-defense.
This isn't self-defense. Pulling the plug on an individual.
Exactly. That's why I don't agree with it.
So you think it's murder?
Yeah.
So you think someone should be sent to prison for pulling the plug on an individual in their family that's brain dead?
They're not sentient?
They're not sentient, no, because they're brain dead.
If they're brain dead, they're never going to wake up again. Yeah.
Okay, so then but they're cellularly alive. So under your view, wouldn't you consider that murder?
Sorry,
So do you even know the difference between sentient and cellular life?
Clarify for me, please.
You don't know the difference between cellular life and sentient life?
Can you clarify it for me?
Yeah, sentience is like a subjective experience.
Yeah,
Cellular life
it's feeling, it's conscious, perception, stuff like that.
Yes. Cellular life is just going to be based upon cellular processes.
Yes.
So the cellular processes that exist that form life don't necessarily provide a subjective experience for an entity.
Yes.
Okay.
The difference that I would kind of clarify is that if you're brain dead, you're not going to wake up. If you're in the womb, you are.
Okay, but like the thing is, you've never even been awake in the first place. If you're like prior to sentience, they've never been awake in the first place. They've never had an experience in the first place. So why do you value it yet? That's like valuing the sperm cell that created you prior to it creating you. Became valuable once you were sentient. Become valuable at one single cell organism will lead to a human being's existence.
Once conception happens. Before it's
already.
Before.
So again, the sperm cell that caused your existence, 0.1 second prior to conception, right? It is going to be you in the future, yet it's not yet. It's 0.1 second away. At that point in which it's 0.1 second away, would you value it?
It's just a sperm cell. It only is attributed. It's only attributed that once conception happens. So it's just a sperm cell.
But it's already on that direction. It's already in that direction. If you were in the magic school bus, right, and you could go down to the size of the sperm, you see the sperm is about to enter the egg, about to fertilize the egg, right? But you can direct the path off. Would that be murder? Because the sperm had rights because it was going to lead to conception if you didn't do anything?
No, but the sperm on its own will not become anything once conception happens.
You're not understanding. You're not understanding. It would have led to it. You prevented something that would have led to naturally occurring human beings.
But it won't inherently. It's only once conception happens. That's where I'm kind of struggling.
Dude, I'm going to go insane. The sperm cell that led to your existence, 0.1 second before conception, was absolutely on track to be you. You can't deny that. It's the sperm cell that led to your existence. Do you agree?
With the help of the egg. Yeah, conception.
Yes. Yeah, and the zygote, in order to become you, has to get help from the pregnant individual who is giving you their resources. You understand that, right? So there are processes that continue you becoming you, right?
Yes.
That also the zygote has to go through, which is after conception.
We live in a society.
We do, dude. What didn't make sense?
Because once conception happens, there's a guarantee.
Dude, I already told you, it's the sperm cell that led to your existence. You exist. Therefore, it's a fucking guarantee.
Because of the sperm cell on its own, or because of the sperm cell in the egg?
No, dude, the zygote won't buy on its own. If you leave a zygote alone with no pregnant individual, no any nutrients from the pregnant individual, I appreciate the sunglasses, then it's not going to be you either. Okay? So you understand the distinction, right? That they both require processes to be able to actualize them as us, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why that's a process that I don't understand why that specifically distincts it.
Distincts it because a sperm on its own will not lead to a human?
Dude, I've just clarified a million times. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, it's not making...
Brady, thank you so much for the mystery fireworks. Thank you so much.
It's not making sense because a sperm on its own and an egg on its own isn't going to lead to a human, but conception, once that happened, will. 0.1 second before that doesn't matter because it's not... The conception's not there yet. The baby is not started.
I understand that conception has not occurred yet, but you understand your point is about it was going to occur in the future, not whether or not it's already occurred. Does that make sense?
Yes,
It's the fact that there's potential. No, you don't. You don't just. So you only value potential after conception. Why don't you value potential prior to conception?
Yes, because conception guarantees before there's multiple things that could happen that guarantee it won't happen.
What guarantee what won't happen?
A human life form.
You don't value just a human life form because you think it's okay to pull the plug on an individual in your family that's brain dead. Smurf, thank you so much. I appreciate this. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you. So what is a guarantee that's unique that provides a value?
That when a brain dead human being is laying down, they will not regain consciousness, and that when a life form is,
I understand.
Conceived, it will.
I understand, but you don't. So are you? So you're saying you value life forms so long as they will lead to a future sentience?
Yes, partially.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say overwhelmingly yes.
So did you know that a sperm cell is living?
Yeah.
So it is a living organism that will lead to a subjective experience in the future. So then why don't you value the sperm cell?
Because it doesn't.
1 second prior to
it
conception.
doesn't have the characteristics that it needs to become a human being.
Neither does a zygote, under your view, under your perspective, as you just defined it.
A sperm cell on its own, you take it out of the body, you leave it for 9 months. What's it going to be?
If you leave a zygote out of the body for 9 months, what happens?
Sorry, leave it in the body.
It fucking dies. It fucking dies.
Okay, leave it in the body.
Yeah, if you leave the zygote on track in the same position in which it was, it would also lead to the same thing that the zygote did, because it was 0.1 second before a zygote, meaning that it would lead to that, for sure. We know. We're talking about the zygote that led to your existence. You know for sure. Not the zygote, the sperm cell. You know for sure that sperm cell is going to lead to a person's existence because you're here right in front of us now having a conversation with you. Unless you're a fucking NPC, which is very likely the case. Mark, thank you, description, thank you so much. Then I'm talking to a sentient fucking human being that came from a sperm cell. Okay? I know that's fucking true. Unless you're from some fucking NPC. Which could be the case.
Okay, what... You use 0.1 second before conception, which is basically already the point of conception.
Yes, that's what the point I'm making.
So it's conception, basically. Well,
Prior to meaning that it's going to yield the same outcomes that you're seeing to be valuable within the sperm cell, within the zygote, right? But it's existing within the context of a sperm cell, yet shows that you don't value the sperm cell.
Is it guaranteed to happen?
Yes.
There's no way that it's going to fail.
Dude,
Nothing.
Because it's the sperm cell that led to your existence.
The sperm cell on its own led to my existence.
No, we're not. The zygote on its own did not lead to your existence.
I didn't say it did.
Okay, but you value the zygote. So why do you value the zygote? Appreciate the head mustache.
Why? Because left alone, it will come to term.
Okay. Again, what do you mean? When you mean left alone, it's not just alone. It requires the pregnancy, which requires the pregnant individual. So if you say left to its processes, it would. Same thing in the scenario that I brought up specifically with the sperm cell. If you left it to its processes, it would also lead to those conditions.
To its processes of going through conception.
Yeah, like it would lead to conception, which would further lead to like your existence.
So conception is the distinction between.
No, that's not a distinction though, because they're both going to yield that either way. Because you're referencing the potential is valuable, and then also Vegas conservative. You said Parker is all tough up here on TikTok. I wonder what he'd be like in person against a man. I just want to let you know. Am I acting tough right now? Wearing a Snuggie, debating people on TikTok Live. Am I acting tough right now?
You think you're so fucking cool,
bro? Do you have to have something better to do than threaten to fight people on the internet?
What do you mean? I don't. What makes you think I thought I was so cool? Oh, he left. He ran away.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. Because the answer to that question, I'm not into stereotypes, but I swear to God, if you're a straight white male between the age of 40 and 55, you don't believe in mental health, because you don't believe in mental health, you're like angry about your life and you're deeply insecure, probably.
For Shasta, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So is that person still here?
I am.
Okay, so you have anything else you want to add?
I guess, okay, so we're not going to agree on that. Where I was leading into that with is with Trump leaving it up to states to decide.
If Trump, when Trump leads it up to states, like the maternal mortality rate in the United States is like some of the highest in the developed world, and we see in states with total and complete
It's
total.
not what I was. That's not what I was going for. What I was saying is,
I do at some point think that you should address the fact that like women are dying at a way higher rate than anywhere else.
no,
in the world.
that's what I'm going to address in kind of
Sacred, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Sacred. Can you some W's for Sacred for the $20 on Venmo?
If one holds the perception that I do, that life begins at conception and abortion is murder, in every case, that's not self-defense. And more abortions happen than deaths caused by not getting medical abortions. Do you think morally, I know it's kind of a complex thing, that it is okay to hold that belief?
Do I think it's okay morally to hold that belief?
Because less people would die. Overall, I know it's complex, but
I mean, you're asking me in this hypothetical that if I like, obviously, I don't agree with like the worldview that like you're committing murder if you have an abortion, but also, I don't know. I would also say if
in any way that's kind of not self-defense. Sorry.
If I were then the reason I would disagree with it from a moral perspective, I would just disagree with it from like a pragmatic perspective, where like I just don't think you can operate in a society that's supposed to be like so great if the decisions we're making is like, oh, we're giving up women's healthcare and tons of women are going to be dying like at a higher rate than.
It's not women's healthcare because in self-defense, it would still be permissible.
Well, so then my point is that it's like your worldview is not pragmatic, right? So this is where I would argue, and like again, much love to everyone up here, and like what Parker does and everybody does up here debating like these topics is super important. But at a certain level, like you have to touch some grass. So like if that's your worldview, that's great. But like how we apply that in the world, how that's like pragmatically applied, that cannot happen, right? So in Mississippi, there's a complete and total abortion ban with exceptions for grape or people who are grape or people who like the life of the mother is at risk. But in practice, that doesn't happen. We don't even know from the government of Mississippi itself how someone could go about getting those exceptions. And furthermore, there's not even a single abortion provider in Mississippi. So it doesn't matter if you have those exceptions. So like, I don't think it's morally bad to have that worldview. I just think it's like not pragmatic. It doesn't work in practice.
You don't think there's ways you could
not without causing significantly more detriment, because what you're doing is putting an immense amount of pressure on doctors who are trying to do their job, and the state governments now are like essentially have control or are weighing down on doctors' ability to do their job by writing laws that say, if you have an abortion, for example, or if you practice and give someone an abortion, you could face 10 years in prison, a felony, and that causes an immense amount of pressure amongst doctors. And that's why, for example, in Georgia, doctors end up leaving the state. So not only for women who have to drive well over a long period of time to get healthcare, but like technically even my healthcare suffers, right? Because like a lot of our top doctors from Emory, they leave the state. Or you look at stats like, again, from a pragmatic standpoint, how this plays out. They did a massive study of early doctors considered like in their early years of practicing, very early years, or people who are going through residency. And I think it was like they surveyed like 15,000 people, and it was 74 or 75% of them said that they had a strong desire to not work in a state with a complete and total abortion ban. And we're seeing that people applying for residency in states with complete and total abortion bans has gone down significantly since Roe v. Wade was overturned. So now everybody continues to suffer. So again, in a pragmatic standpoint, doctors cannot work in these type of conditions.
But I'm not saying it's a complete and total abortion ban. That's where it differs.
I think any scenario where, again, like I don't think that world exists.
I think if you're voting for Republicans
and you don't support complete and total abortion bans, then you don't hold the Republican position on the abortion. Furthermore, I don't think there's a scenario where the government can say like, oh, we support abortion, or we can like have a society where we support abortion in certain scenarios, but not others? Because again, in practice, it doesn't work. Do you think that it's morally acceptable that if in your worldview, if women have to go, prove to a judge that they've been raped? Like, rape is one of the most tragic things you could possibly.
No, it's not. No. It's not. That's a really tough one.
But that's my point. Is that like rape or
it's not. It's not. I'm gonna answer. It's not that. It's not. Sorry, grape. Sorry, I'm new to.
You would have food banks, right?
Yes, I said yes.
So you would not let the child starve to death
through charity? Yes.
No, I'm saying federal government. If there was no charity, private charity, to provide a child food, would you ensure that there's food for the child through the federal government?
That's where I struggle. I would say yes. I would say yes. Morally, I would say yes. But
dude, you cannot tell me that like we shouldn't have an obligation to provide food for children outside of the womb.
Do you have an obligation to donate your money?
Listen. Super. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the well diving. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Super. So you just said, right, we shouldn't have an obligation to provide food for children when they're outside of the womb, but you think there should be an obligation to provide food for literally zygotes and embryos, or embryos specifically, when they're inside of the womb.
When
you're saying it literally has more rights in the womb than it has outside of the womb. Just again, over time, we have to produce these conditions to be better by increasing access to technology that reduces the costs, right, to increase quality of life. And we're at a point where that's increasing very highly. So we're getting a lot of the world out of poverty, right, because of the increase in technology. So if we continue to invest in technology, that is us investing in a future for everyone around the world, because it helps create a more sustainable future.
And you said that's the most practical route of going.
I think that's the most practical route of us helping people around the entire world, is by investing in technology that will benefit the entire world.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the talk.
Appreciate it.
Even though I was a little confusing at times. Have a great night. All right.
Have a great night. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio. I don't know where Chris went. Chris just seemingly disappeared, chat. Chris has disappeared, chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, it's my AI grandpa. It's me, AI grandpa. How you guys doing? How you living?
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did.
And why is that?
Because he's gonna stop the alien invasion. That's why I voted for him.
You know, that's like, actually, there are some Trump supporters that actually think that. I just want to clarify. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
47.
Did you vote Trump?
Yep.
Why so?
A lot of reasons. You know, I like that he's going to put restrictions on Chinese ownership of infrastructure. I like that he's going to stop Biden's war on energy and bringing back independence energy. I like the fact that his economic policies on the Agenda 47 is also including bringing jobs and wealth back to America.
How's he going to bring back jobs to the United States?
Oh, well, for one, you know, like getting rid of the illegals, that's going to help. And also, you know, tariffs are going to bring back manufacturing jobs to America.
So let's clarify this. So mass deportation. So I just want to let you know, reducing the productive capacity of our economy overall actually reduces the amount of jobs. So to clarify, if you reduce the amount of people in terms of a population, reduce demand, which lowers the amount of jobs that exist within the economy. So actually, I know you're saying that like you think that immigrants are stealing jobs, but actually if you look at economic trends, they don't steal jobs, they create a bigger economy, which actually creates more jobs in the long run. So I think the best way to help people in this country go through better means through the country, like legal migration, would be specifically to incentivize people who are already in the country to go through a pathway to citizenship. Here's the team.
I mean, unless you're in a sanctuary city, your 2 cents really isn't relevant, you would have to be in a sanctuary city to actually see what's going on. Like I am. I'm in New York City. So unless you're actually experiencing what's going on in a sanctuary city, anything you say is irrelevant. You have to actually be in a sanctuary city to know what's going on.
Okay, well then let's use that same reasoning. Are you pro-life?
What?
Are you pro-life?
Yeah.
Do you have a uterus?
No.
You actually have to, like, you know, have a uterus to be able to make a claim on, like, whether or not women should be able to get access to abortion. So unless you particularly have a uterus yourself, you need to shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, and let women decide what the fuck is going to be legal when it comes to abortion, and not you.
Well, you're pivoting. That's not even relevant to what I was saying.
Dude, you didn't even realize that you just used that same reasoning, right? You
All right, so
use that reasoning, dude. Come on, you didn't even realize that. Come on, dude. That was literally don't pivot. That was literally your reasoning.
Let's talk actual policies. All right. How about let's not use migrants instead. How about let's use the economy and how Biden bypassed Congress spending over $2 trillion. And don't you dare sit there and say he didn't bypass Congress, because he used the 1974 Act to bypass Congress. When the House Budget Committee was formed, he went through the House Budget Committee to bypass Congress and signed an executive order to hold. He signed a proclamation to stall the border from being completed. When he signed Executive Order 13990 on day one of his presidency.
Yeah, so I have no issue with stopping construction of the border wall. There's no issue with that. What was the first thing you brought up? You said something that was kind of fucking insane. I forgot because it was so insane. Repeat.
I said so many things. What you want me to repeat?
You said the first thing. The first thing you just said. Can you repeat any of the things you just said?
Yeah. All right.
Or did you read them?
No, everything is off my head, dude. I'm in my car. I
so the
pulled over.
$2 trillion bypass. What were you referencing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So bypass. So basically, Biden tried to go through Congress first, but Congress said no because of a 1974 Act.
What was the $2 trillion?
The 1974 Act prohibits him from bypassing them. So what he did instead, he signed a proclamation on his first day in office to stall the border wall.
I asked you what was the $2 trillion.
Oh well. It doesn't say specifically, but if you .govs are the most reliable source. So if you go to the budget.house.gov, you will see that he spent.
That's a Republican source. Doesn't
matter.
How about I give you a non? Do you want me to give you a nonpartisan source?
Oh wait, hold on. You do realize that?
Do you want me to give you a nonpartisan source?
Hold on. When they use a .gov, it don't.
Yeah, so the Budget House Committee, government source, is a Republican House Committee.
Do you?
I want you to let you know it is a Republican majority, so it is a Republican partisan committee. I'm giving you. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
You cannot lie on the.
Shut up. I'm not fucking lying. Shut up. Dude, they're biased. They're giving you biased information.
You cannot lie on the.
Shut the fuck up. Do you want me to kick you from the stream?
Because I'm giving you fucking.
No, shut up. I'm literally describing it to you right now. Shut up. I will kick you from the stream if you don't shut up.
Suck a fucking dick. You're not smarter than me.
You're mad. You're mad. You're mad. You're the one who literally won't even let me speak because you know that I'm going to show that you're wrong. You're so mad. You're so mad. Run to your safe space. I'm going to put a fucking. You want a pup cup, dude? I'll give you a pup cup. Take the pup cup. Now be quiet, please. Please, dude, just take the pup cup and be quiet. I literally drove all the way over here just to give you a pup cup, and now you still won't even be quiet, bro. Stop barking. Now, please, bro, acknowledge that the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget and Nonpartisan Committee for the Federal Government literally indicated that Donald Trump signed off more debt-related spending than the Biden-Harris administration. $8.4 trillion overall for the Trump administration, $4.8 trillion non-COVID related. For the Biden-Harris administration, $4.3 trillion overall, $2.2 trillion non-COVID related. Push the hat mustache. So if you actually want to look at overall debt-related spending signed into law, Donald Trump signed more debt-related spending into law. Plus, the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget indicated that over the next 10 years, the central estimate for the Trump administration is $7.5 trillion over 10 years for debt added to into the
The
into
difference
law
is that Trump
versus
went through
3.5
Congress.
trillion for
Trump went through Congress. Biden didn't go through Congress.
I'm still
really
referencing executive orders plus things signed into law. You're understanding both of those are signed by the president.
I'm really sorry to interrupt this, Parker. You're killing it. Chat, if anyone was on live last night, I moved to Chicago, and somehow, some way, because Olivia Juliana is the best, she delivered 2 packages to my apartment and said she wants me to open them. So someone will clip this because I'll send it to her because I have no idea what she got me. I'm about to find out. W is Olivia Juliana. Sorry, continue.
And let me guess. You're gonna say, oh, that Trump is Trump's fault because the border war never finished because Trump didn't agree to the bill. That's what you're gonna say next, right?
What did I just say, Damien? What did I just say?
Well, guess what, buddy?
I'll explain again because you didn't listen. I'll explain again. So Trump signed off more debt-related spending overall, 8.4 trillion overall, 4.8 trillion non-COVID related for the Biden-Harris administration, 4.3 trillion overall, 2.2 trillion non-COVID related. You understand the numbers that I'm referencing, right? Take into account executive orders.
Yeah, I don't have to read anything. Everything is coming through my head. You have to sit there and Google everything. I'm outside.
I didn't Google anything.
Right.
That's from my head.
Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'm at my girlfriend's house and I have no computer.
All right, that's cool. But you do realize the reason why Trump decided not to agree with the bill? Do you know why? I just want to know if you know.
I'm not even referencing the bipartisan border bill. I'm just referencing the debt-related spending they signed into law because you said that Biden went past Congress and did $2 trillion in executive orders, which he didn't do.
I never debated that. We all know he spent more. But my argument was that the Biden bypass Congress. That was my argument. I never said that Trump didn't spend more.
But if you look at the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget, nowhere does it list that there was $2 trillion in debt-related spending from Biden's executive orders. So show me any source that indicates executive orders.
I just told you the budget that house.gov.
That's a partisan source, and that does not show specifically that
you
Joe Biden
realize
had $2 trillion in executive orders.
.gov. It is a federal crime to lie on a .gov. You do realize that, right? They cannot lie.
I appreciate Team Victory. They're attributing things to him that are not attributable to him. So let me give
It's
you an
a
example.
federal crime to
Shut up. Listen. For example, the whitehouse.gov. It's a partisan source set up by each president's administration, which is a partisan source. They will give things that just happened under the administration and attribute it to them, even if it wasn't caused by them. So you say that they can't lie on a federal document. It's a federal crime. You understand that they're particularly saying things that happened under the administration. So it's something that happened, but they're attributing it to him without reason. So they can still say things that happened, but they're not actually giving an argument that demonstrates that this was caused by them, right? Or caused by one of them. They're just making the claim that it happened. Okay?
So how do you feel? How do you feel about the bill? Let's talk about the bill.
What bill?
Wait, really quickly before we switch, Damien. Again, guys, can I get a million W's in the chat? Olivia Juliana sent me this nice ass candle with a note that says "Enjoy your new home." Olivia Juliana, and she sent me a fucking candle warmer lamp that's super pretty and I guess it provides some light. And this candle's super fucking nice. It's a hand poured soy candle, sandalwood, bro. It's all packed. Yo, W's Olivia. I appreciate you so fucking much. Oh, I got a call.
W Olivia.
New home,
W Olivia.
new beginnings, new memories, bro. That's so sweet, man.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice,
bro. Olivia's so nice. Holy shit. Okay, so
Jackson, thank you so much for the $2. Buck, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much for thanks for talking so fast. And Skylar, thank you for the $1. Yo,
you guys know Harry and Grid Squares?
Wait, I have a question. Do you think Harry is paid by the DNC?
What?
Do you think Harry Sisson is paid by the DNC?
Which Harry? From TikTok?
Yeah.
No, Harry, you're your uncle. Yeah, Harry from TikTok,
Harry Sisson, your dad?
Dude, I destroyed Harry 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I destroyed Grid Squares.
So then you know who I'm talking about. So can you answer the question? Do you think he's paid by the DNC?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, wow. That's interesting.
So again, why do you think Trump didn't agree to the border war bill?
Because it was not politically advantageous.
Yep.
Let me enlighten you. So the reason why
the foreign assistance.
the reason why Trump didn't agree to the bill was because of the pull factors that weren't addressed. Now, in other words, the pull factors is basically giving the Customs and Border Patrol they're allowed to catch and release the border crossers into our country. So because of these pull factors not being addressed in the bill, that's why we didn't agree to it.
Wait, where in the bill does it say that we release people into the country? What are you talking about?
He's making this up.
No, I'm not making, dude.
Okay, then pull up where it says that. Where does it?
You're ever gonna come across?
One of the smartest people. And I'm 6'8" and I play for the Lakers, buddy. We can all just make shit up. Now, can you tell me where? Can you tell me where in the bill it says that? Can you tell me where?
All right.
In the bill?
Do you even? Let me test you on a few political things. All right. So, how many chambers are there in Congress?
Wait.
How many chambers are there in Congress?
I'm not going to let you fucking pivot. I'm not going to let you pivot from this. Can you? Oh, so you're not going to just.
I want to test your knowledge.
So
you guys,
can we
bipartisan act like you're smart.
Bipartisan.
How many chambers are there in Congress?
Damien, relax, champ. Damien, relax, buddy. Listen, you can't make a claim like the bipartisan border bill just allows people in the country, and I'm like, okay, where does it say that? Like, give me the text
I'll
of the bill.
I'll give you the source, but I want to ask.
No. I'm not going to let you run from this because it doesn't exist. What you're referring to does not exist.
You don't even know how many chambers are in Congress. That's sad.
Here he goes. He can't answer the question because he knows he does. Okay, he left. Nice. That's hilarious, bro. That's so funny.
All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Keep tapping that screen. Get to 2 million likes. If you want to support Chris or I, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, everyone. I got a few more hours left on live. Taro with Taryn, thank you so much. I appreciate the $22.22. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Love the angel number with it. Also having Taro in the name. That's like pretty cool. Appreciate you. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up here real quick. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Did you vote Trump?
I didn't vote, but I support him.
How old are you?
18.
Okay. What's your birth year?
2006.
Okay. Why do you support him?
Well, it's not more that like I support the guy. I'm against the left's view on race and political correctness. And I think Trump winning, especially the popular mandate, I think that's a huge victory against
What do you
PC
mean
culture.
on race and political correctness?
I don't like the left's view on racial issues.
Like, can you give me an example?
Like,
are you just like pro-racism?
Do you believe that America is a racist country?
Yes, I believe that historically is a racist country. Absolutely.
Right now, 2024.
Do I believe systemic racism exists? Yes.
You believe that America is a racist? Hold on. America is a racist country right now?
Yeah, when I say it's a racist country, all I would be indicating is that there's literally systemic racism that still exists. I'm not arguing you as an individual or every single person is racist. What I'm arguing is that there's particular types of aspects of our society that still create negative disparities targeted towards people who are black because of past historical issues that have created biases within our society today, and which allow for, like in the healthcare industry, within the context of police brutality, right? Literally disparate outcomes specifically for individuals who are black, even though there are the exact same levels of, say, for example, people who are white and people who are black, right? They literally consume M drug at the same rate, yet people who are black are put in prison for it at 4 times higher rates or standards. So do you think? Well, I have a question. That is absolutely aspects of systemic racism, because the war on drugs has been specifically and intentionally targeted towards the black community. So although it's not legally put in the law as this person who's black can't do this, right? There are still aspects that politicians throughout history or racists have tried to put in the law that they know disproportionately negatively impact black people, and they particularly try to engage in those things to do so. That's why courts have indicated things such as poll taxes are racist. Although it doesn't say that people who are black cannot vote, it still creates a negative disparity intentionally to negatively disenfranchise people who are black.
Do you think voter ID is racist?
I think that if it is the case that you do not provide, right, like means for people to have access to identification, it can have racist impacts. So do you understand like the point that I'm saying there? That,
What's
like,
a racist impact?
Yes. For example, like it's going to be a disparate outcome that's going to be negatively impacted.
That's not racist, bro. A different outcome doesn't mean it's racist.
Yes, it does.
So-
Yes, it does.
No,
Yes,
it doesn't, Parker.
Can I
Parker.
explain, Jimbo? Let me explain.
Parker, that's not racist.
Can I please finish?
Go
Are you
for
going
it.
to Are you going to crash out because you think I said something is racist when you don't think it's racist? Fucking crash out, dude. I'm literally explaining to you that the reason why like it would be implemented, it would cause a racist impact because it would be a disparate outcome that negatively impacts right people of color right on the basis of that particularly right because of the socioeconomic disadvantage. Do you think poll taxes are racist?
I don't really know what poll taxes are, and
So poll
I don't
taxes,
really care.
like I just referenced, right, are a tax that are particularly put on voting, right? And it's been determined by courts in the United States that it is racist because of the impact that it has disproportionately on people of color. You understand? I just referenced that, and you didn't listen to a single thing that I said, and instead you tried to say, "Oh, you think because there's disparate outcome it's racist?" Oh my God. Ron, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate the 11-month subscription. I didn't say every disparate outcome that is that way. I said the disparate outcomes caused by this, right, are racist.
I didn't even mention poll taxes. Like, okay, I agree with you.
I did. I referenced it. I explained it.
I don't think polls should be taxed either. I think we should have ID for voters, and that's not racist. And it's more racist to say black people
Are you going to
can't
make
get
free?
IDs.
Are you going to go for free IDs? Are you fine with free IDs?
Yes.
Okay, then there's no issue if there's free IDs. I have no problem
and
with voter ID so
do you
long
think
as
black people don't have IDs?
Not saying they don't have IDs. In the same way that I'm not saying that people who are black couldn't pay for a poll on a poll tax, right? But it's still going to cause a disparate outcome that negatively disenfranchises people of color because of socioeconomic disadvantages that have been created because of historical acts of racism. Is that clear to you?
Well, bro, so you're bringing up the past, and like I agree.
You're bringing up the past because it's relevant.
Jim, what Parker is talking about here when you have laws that may not directly say like black people can't vote, but disproportionately affect black people. We've seen this throughout like history so many times. And again, to Parker's point, like, you know, obviously like my grandparents, for example, were like literally watching people drink from different water fountains. So it would be logical to assume that like there is still deep systemic racism, considering a lot of people that were alive and supporting these laws at the time still exist. There's not people. Wait. You're telling me there's not people alive right now who are actively supporting?
That's
Jim
not what I
Crow?
said. I said there's not systemic racism right now.
Okay, but I'm saying
that's bullshit.
I just explained it to you.
Well, we
just say it's bullshit. What do you mean by systemic racism?
Hold on.
What do you mean by systemic racism?
Hold on.
There's no
Why are
system
you
of
shifting
racism.
the question? Why are you shifting the question? Answer the question. I'm sorry, Chris. Like he's just
no.
What is your question?
What is systemic racism?
A racism that is enacted by the system.
Yeah, that was such a vague fucking thing ever.
What a fucking
that was vague. Can you give me an actual definition that doesn't just say the words in a different order? Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, that's how
Jim, that was like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, dude.
Well, racism not by individuals, by the government is what I assume you mean.
Say that one more time.
A racism that is not by certain individuals, but by the government is what I think you mean. But I think that's stupid. There's no racism by the system.
That's
or the
not
government.
what we mean, because that would be
What do you
systematic.
mean?
That you're talking about systematic racism, where it's the context of the specific law. We're referencing types of social systems that exist within society that create negative disparities that target people who are black. Right. That's an example.
Let me give like a quick, like Jim, like there's recently a study that, do you think that like, do you think black people have like less opportunities in America? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so they just did like the largest study of this ever, and it was done by several professors at a university where they submitted 15,000 applications to a bunch of different Fortune 500 companies, like the top corporations in America. And they basically would take 2 applications, make them identical, and just change the names. And one would be a white sounding name, and the other would be, and this is how the study referred, I don't like to use this term, but this is how the study referred it, a black sounding name or an ethnic name. And what they found was that the person with the white name, the application with the white name, the fake application, received a callback like I believe it was 20 or 30% more than the ethnic sounding name. So there's a really good example where like, obviously you've probably never walked outside and thought about how like your name, fucking Jim, whatever negatively affect you.
Well, my name actually isn't Jim in real life.
Okay, that's fucking fantastic. But regardless, like, why do you think that Fortune 500 companies at such like a mass scale, and the study was done very recently, are like disproportionately calling people back, like more likely to call back Chris as opposed to like a different sounding name?
Well, hold on. My name is Dre actually, and I'm white. But
okay, that's
when
fantastic.
I apply for things, it ends up working out well for me.
Can you address what I just said?
About
do you
how
think that would be?
He's the same type of person. Be like, I've never brushed my teeth, but like my teeth are fine.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Can you give me can you tell me why you think that would be happening? Of 15,000 applications to literally a vast majority of the top U.S. corporations, some of the top U.S. employers, Fortune 500 companies, why are they calling back African American or black names or ethnic sounding names, as the study would say? Why are they getting such a significantly lower rates of callbacks?
I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, the answer is racism. And to go back to Parker's point about how you can enact laws that have disproportionate effects on black people, practically the way you're arguing is the exact same way people would argue in the 1940s for things like literacy tests, right? You would argue for Louisiana, you would argue literacy tests. Oh, you just have to take a literacy test. It applies to black people and white people equally. But when these were actually applied, we obviously know they were very racist. I could give you a perfect answer me this question from a literacy test in Louisiana from 1946. Quote, write every other word in this first line and print every third word in same line, but capitalize the fifth word that you write. I would fail this test. Everybody would. It's purposely designed to make sure black people can't vote in Louisiana. If you go look up these tests, it's the most insane thing you've ever seen. It's literally impossible to pass. So you're the same way you're arguing that on a broad scale, a literacy test is not something that is inherently racist. It's going to disproportionately affect people, and it has the design goal to disproportionately affect individuals, minority individuals.
Bro, you're just yapping. There's no laws that make black people less
I'm sorry, Jim. You're actually stupid.
Oh,
you're stupid because I have already told you in the live. Cool. I don't care if I'm an idiot. All right. So I told you specifically there's a difference between systematic and systemic racism. That we're not specifically referencing a law that does this. Chris said the same thing. So you didn't listen to a single thing that we said, and you just said that dumb shit again. This is why I'm kicking you.
No,
dude.
I am
You have two
listening.
fucking brain cells. You have two brain cells that are clicking back and forth like rocks in your fucking head, and you don't have the ability to actually analyze critically with fucking reason what's coming out of Chris or I's mouth. That's why it's fucking.
No.
That's why it's not productive of conversations with someone like you,
logic.
Jim, because you have no fucking clue what's going on in reality. You can't even analyze shit, dude. I am elevated off my ass, and Jim, I am able to understand what's going on in the conversation to magnitudes way higher than you could ever fucking do. That's an issue. That's a big fucking issue.
Shut up. You're so annoying.
I'm annoying.
You're so annoying.
Says you, dude. Everyone in this live agrees you're the annoying one, Jim. I have to come on the live and tell you that. Where's the dragon? I'm sorry to inform you. People don't think I'm the annoying one here. They think you are.
Can I ask one more question?
Of course they do.
Can I ask one more question? Do you think that let me ask you this. Do you feel have you ever gone outside and had to think about, assuming you're a straight white male for a second, would you agree that you've never gone outside and actively thought about your race or your gender or your sexuality, specifically race in this context? You never walked outside and had to actively think about your race. You never walked into a room and been I wonder what they're thinking about my race.
No, I've 100% thought that.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
When's the last time you thought that?
When I went to a black neighborhood and I was the only white person there.
Okay.
when
was that?
Mustache? Oh
when was that?
A week ago? What do you mean, bro?
Dude, what made you think about that? Can you please tell me?
Well, I just noticed I was the only white person there. And I didn't have a problem with it, but I just noticed it. That's
okay. So I think
that's an example.
That's like me going to a particular area and being like, oh, everyone here has blonde hair and I have brown hair.
Yeah,
you understand? You had no critical analysis of anything oh, I'm going to be a threat because of my hair color or because of my skin color. You didn't have that question. You just acknowledged the fact that there was that distinction. And everyone else is saying, we wish it were that way for everyone. Where that you could look at it in the same way that we look at how there's a different hair color between me and Chris. We wish that society was such a way where the difference in the color was Yeah.
Like,
Want me to explain?
Just really quickly, really
Not
quickly,
rent
I'm
to
sorry.
them.
So
Right.
you
From the 70s. What, as president, what do you do?
Sorry, Chris, I have to explain this. Not rent to them. Not rent to black people. Right. He called for the execution of the Central Park Five after they were exonerated based upon DNA evidence. He popularized the burglar movement.
Yeah. Yeah. And he wasn't president. That was before.
So
Hold on, let me tell you what Trump was doing. Trump was going against Kamala, who is mixed race. She's Indian, white, and black. And so Kamala previously, and like I disagree with Trump on this. I think Kamala can identify as whatever she wants, but Kamala did, it's a fact, she
what
did
continent is India
identify as
located
Indian.
in? What continent is India located in?
South Asia.
Okay, well, South Asia is not a continent, but okay, I'll give it.
Yes, it's a part of Asia. Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do you? So
Good.
can I?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, you're
What,
fine.
do you
You're
wanna-
fine.
did you-
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was just gonna.
No. You're good. You're good. I just want to. Sorry, I'm going to go back. So you do not believe that something like white privilege exists?
No.
Okay.
Not in today's America.
Okay, and you and just like you would, I like in the first example I gave about the study, where if like when's a lot, have you ever walked into, or you would agree that like if I were, I've never walked into a place of work to provide now.
Let's be honest. I feel like the Democrats were allowing more trans, and you're going to say what's ideology? They were allowing more trans ideology than the Republicans. Like, you didn't hear them talking about it. You didn't hear them say, "Hey, let's let them go into the Olympics." You didn't hear them say, "Hey, let them come into the sport." You know, like, come on, man. Like the Democrats, like, we're all.
So much for the dollar, and Amelia, thank you for the dollar as well. That is incredibly kind. Incredibly kind. People who say they them is not grammatically correct. That's like really dumb. Like, because you use they them pronouns all the time. You can, like, for example, if I already referred to someone, I'll say they all the time. Like, for example.
Oh, hold up. I'm on.
Dean is cool. They are going to be in LA today. You know, that's just referring to one person. You know, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did.
And why'd you do that?
Because I want the superstate North America to come to fruition. And why aren't you down with this new project?
The Galaxy, thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate it, because I don't think like forcefully taking other countries is okay. I think that's wrong.
No, when you like a country, you can slowly, take over that country if you want.
Okay,
what's wrong with that?
So you think
Are
it's
you not a?
do you think it was okay for Nazi Germany to invade Austria?
This is not apples to apples.
I'm just asking, do you think that was justified?
Justified? No, because the people of Austria didn't want it.
That's actually not true. Historically speaking, the people of Austria did say that they wanted.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, it's justified.
Okay, so then you would
because
say,
if
was there a democratic election though?
It was. Well, you said that people wanted it. Essentially, they wanted
That's what their justification was. I hope you understand that, right? That's what I was just.
Well, that is justified because the people want it. Aren't you for the people?
So wait, are you saying that there was a democratic vote?
If the people want it, I think there is people.
Are you saying in order to establish that the people want it, there has to be a democratic vote?
Yeah, if they dissolve the
Canadian people.
Confederacy.
Let me ask the question: have the Canadian people democratically voted on joining America?
Oh, they love it. They love the idea. They're talking about it. They're engaging
the
about it
Canadians,
online.
the
They're
Canadians
ecstatic
disagree
about
with
it. You don't know shit about America, dude.
I do. I live in America.
No,
what are
I
you
mean shit
talking
about Canada.
I don't know shit about Canada. What are you talking about? Do you live in Canada?
I am very aware of Canadians.
Do you live in Canada?
I am quantumly entangled with every Canadian, so I am aware of.
Yeah, cool. I'm asking, do you live in Canada?
No, I don't.
Do you live in the U.S.?
I lived in the U.S. I lived in Canada. Sorry.
Do you live in the U.S.?
I live in the U.S.
Okay, so you voted in the 2024 election, right?
Yes, I am ready for a new super state, and you should embrace the future. You should embrace the golden age instead of bitching about it online.
So then you think it's good to like literally go and to steal land from people?
No,
you're not referencing a Democratic vote.
I said it's justified if the people
It's not
want it.
Wait, the Canadian people do
Globalism
not
is
want to join.
justified. You know, when you
Phil,
talk,
the Canadian people do not want to join.
what do you mean? The truckers love this idea.
What?
Alberta loves this. Alberta wants to join the U.S.
Wait, do you think the entirety of Canada would democratically elect to join the United States?
My guess would be about an 86.4 percent inclination to the fusion.
Can you give me any poll that indicates that?
I mean, I did a poll from the family I have from up north.
Yeah, dude, this is like Elon Musk reasoning, dude. Jesus Christ, dude, give me something actually legitimate, dude.
There is a reason why Elon Musk is who he is, because you need to think like this. You need to embrace the future.
Yeah,
you need to embrace.
Because he's willing to lie to people about how cool he is. He tries to act like he's fucking Tony Stark. Elon Musk tries to act like he's Tony Stark, but then literally cares so much about what people say negatively about him that he literally creates an alternate account on Twitter, right, and tries to voice modulate himself to defend himself on an X stream in front of thousands of people. Ironically, is so insecure that he has to do
very
that.
Adorable of him because he wants to be one with the people. What rich person do you know?
Adorable? That's adorable. It's adorable. No, he's not trying to be one with the people.
Adorable.
If you've seen him on his lives, he's not trying to be one with the people. He literally like responds negatively just to people talking to him, dude. If you actually look at this, he literally like has been like laughing and thinking it's justified and thinks people are too sensitive or think it's wrong to use the N-word. Like literally Harry and Dean were on his live.
Because
literally on
Harry.
Elon, they were on Elon Musk's live. And Nick Fuentes
Adrian cooked Harry.
Shut up. Nick Fuentes literally said the N-word, right? And Harry and Dean were like, that's fucked up. Shut up. Appreciate the hand art. And they were getting on them for saying shut up because they think that's too rude because they were saying that it's wrong to use the N-word. And they were like, oh, stop being sensitive and stop being sensitive. It's just words. After they just got mad at Harry and Dean for telling them to shut up because they said the N-word.
First of all, we have no proof that Adrian is who you say he is.
Do you want to? I don't. The cadence.
Stop
the
being
way
delusional. You're a kid.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You can hear his voice, dude. He sounds exactly like Elon. His cadence, the way he speaks, it's obvious.
You're delusional. Do you have any proof? Where's your
dude? It's literally obviously him. He's admitted it even.
Again, you're spreading lies from Soros. He asked you.
Are you trolling?
He asked Harry. No, I'm not.
No,
he
asked trolling.
Harry.
You're trolling.
He asked Harry who he's paid by, and he was lying. Harry lied. You guys are liars. Stop patronizing.
Do you think I'm paid by the DNC? Do you think I'm paid by the DNC?
You are paid by the people that work at the DNC, and so therefore you are paid by the DNC. I see them. I know all of them. All of the 92% of the people that are giving you gifts here are paid by the DNC.
Okay, can you tell me which ones?
Yeah, fact check me. I know them. They're about to send you money.
Tell me which ones.
They're idiots.
Which ones?
All of them.
Which ones? Name one.
92% of the gifters.
Name one.
D.
Do you think of the hand art? You think D is from the DNC?
I actually know she was an intern at the Lincoln Foundation.
Okay, you're trolling. You're not being real.
But to go back to my point,
You know what's funny is if I had my page going, I would never read out hate messages to you guys, but I love it. You guys keep
just say them yourself.
Keep doing your thing.
Just say them yourself.
It's all good. It's all good, dude. Keep doing it. Keep showing your guys' character.
First thing you
I
asked
love
me when I
it.
turned my camera on was if I was an American citizen. You don't need to read the hate comments because you make them yourself. You're a hateful bigot.
And you're a fucking bullshit artist, dude.
Well,
we already
just got called out, Liam.
We already spoke on this last night. No, he's full of shit. Okay?
How is he full of shit?
What did I say that was wrong?
Dude, we already went over this multiple times, okay?
No, go over it right
so
now.
you're full of
I
shit
turned my
in
camera on, and the
in
first question you
front
asked was
of
if I was an American
hundreds
citizen.
of people and talked about it. I'm not going through it again.
Hey, but
you're
Liam,
full of dog shit.
do you think that you don't say racist and bigoted things?
I think that I say a lot of things to provoke conversation, but in a whole.
Okay, so
when people get to know me,
it's okay to say racist.
Shut
and
up,
bigoted
dude. When
things.
people get to know me,
But it's okay to
like,
say
listen,
racist and bigoted things, Liam.
I consider at this point, I consider people to be
but-
friends
but-
of mine, like
but
Isaiah
Action
Martin.
Dan-
Like Isaiah Martin, he's
Isaiah's not your friend. He's not your friend, bud.
kiss my
He's not.
ass, dude. You're not my friend.
I know I'm not.
That's
you're
a
a-
compliment. That's a compliment, Liam. Thank you for the compliment. Yes, we are not your friend. Absolutely.
Oh, I don't care about you, Parker. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
Wait.
Says the one who you literally put me on your back.
You already talked.
Heather,
shit
thank you
on-
the $5.
You already talked shit on your mother and father, so you're just a big
How
dog.
did I talk shit on my mother and father?
Oh, they're-
Cheyenne, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you so
They're
much.
Christian conservatives, and you think that conservative Christians are fools. So that's talking directly down on
I
your
think
mother and
I
father.
disagree with them. Does not mean I think every
I
single person is a
disagree.
fool.
The way that you talk
What do
about
you mean by fool?
people that voted for Trump, the people that are Christians are ill-informed.
Yes.
They have a crutch. They have sky daddies. You're directly saying that your
Well, I-
beliefs
I
of
don't
your
say
parents
sky daddy, but
are
like, yeah.
foolish. Okay, dude, don't deflect
Well, if
from
you
what you're
consider that
saying.
foolish, then yes.
You think that
No,
you're
hey,
smarter.
Liam,
you
wait,
think
why
that
are
you're
you
smarter
pivoting,
than.
though? Why are you
than-
pivoting though? Go
you
back
think
to
that
what
you're
Dan was
smarter
saying.
from Daddy
No,
Parker
because you're
that
trying
paved
to
the way for
position's
you,
better.
bro.
You're trying to take the heat off of you. Literally, Dan
I'm not
called
trying
you
to
out
take
for,
anything.
Yes,
I'm trying
you
to
are,
show
'cause
the
Dan
point that-
called you out.
I'm trying to
for
show the
saying, "Are you an
hypocrisy of
American?"
Parker.
There's no
Like,
hypocrisy.
You have literally said multiple racist and bigoted things. Why is that okay for you to do so?
Yeah, explain.
Again, you have to judge. You can't judge somebody by one clip of who they are or one thing that they say. You have to judge them in a whole. Okay, if you guys want to do that,
Dude,
I don't
this
give-
is like
that's
the
your right.
ultimate
I don't give a-
gaslighter playbook.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You
This
guys,
is the ultimate gaslighter playbook. Imagine you brought something up to someone like in a relationship setting, like you did this wrong, and they're like, "You cannot judge me based upon one clip of this."
I don't think Santana even holds to that.
But
What he's
Liam,
saying. I just think that he's kissing ass on this panel right now.
What if we take those one things and keep putting them together over and over and over, like
Over
to the
and
point
over and
that-
over.
Okay, wait. Okay, cool. You said one thing, so let's talk about it. So Dan just brought up how you asked, was he an American? Jaden brought up the fact that you call him Uncle Tom. Erica brought up the fact that you actually said that we were all, as black people, subservient to white people. So like that's three things right there.
Listen,
Holy
wait a second.
shit.
Wait a second. So I
Yeah.
never said shit about you, Santana. Besides, you're
You did.
a grifter.
You did.
Okay.
Like we have the video.
So,
You're
so
on
what
video
I said,
in 4K.
what I said about Jaden was sitting on
You said he was
sitting on Tommy's panel and being different from when he
And you
sits
said he
on
was Uncle
Parker's
Tom.
panel. I said that he wasn't Uncle Tom. He says, "What do you mean by that?" I said,
Yeah,
"You
what
are
the fuck, dude?
you are
You double
subservient."
downing on that is
No.
crazy.
Can you guys shut up so I can make my point?
How about you
called
shut the
me
fuck up?
subservient,
How about you
and
kiss
then
my
said
ass, little
everyone
guy?
was.
I bet you would like that now.
How about
shut the
you
fuck
get
up.
on the ground and do one
Shut the
push-up
fuck
or as
up,
many
dude.
as you
Shut
can
up.
do?
Shut up, Liam. I know you're obsessed with
Liam,
me,
what do
but
you
shut
get
up.
out of this? Are you into being degraded or something? Like, why do you hop on these
It's a-
panels
Adam,
and just
it's
get
a
cooked
kink.
for hours?
Adam,
Yeah, I
it's
can
a
tell.
kink. It's his thing.
Damn.
He's a masochist.
Hey, who won the election, ladies?
Donald Timothy Trump.
Donald Trump. Who won the 2020 election?
Guess who on this panel voted for Donald Trump?
Who won the 2020 election? No shit.
Answer
it's
the
you, idiot.
question. Answer
Guess
the
who on the
question.
panel-
Who
guess
voted
who on
for
the panel-
Donald
The one
Trump?
idiot. The one idiot on the street.
Who told you boneheads that Donald Trump was going to win? And you told me I was full of shit. Who was that? The ill-informed one on the panel?
Dude, wait.
Yes.
We had no evidence
I'm not
to believe
your
at that
dude,
time.
bro.
Dude,
I'm not your dude, bro.
Dude,
bro.
Dude, bro. Shut the fuck up, dude, bro.
Dude, bro. Where's your car? Dude, bro. Where's my car?
Dude, bro. I'm trying to speak your language, man.
My language?
Yeah, dude. Dude, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, bro. I have to speak that in order to be able to like,
bro.
get into like the dude, bro mind.
Wait, Liam, did you host a white supremacist on your panel from Germany that said that we shouldn't mix races?
I don't know who you're talking about.
That's a damning non-answer. Holy shit,
I do. Listen, stop. I do remember one
shit, Liam.
foreigner. Shut up, dude. You asked me a question. I do remember a foreigner that was on my panel that started getting pretty weird, and I ended up booting him, kicking him off the panel. Yeah.
How long did they stay on the panel? Like, did they say something and then you kept them on for a while?
No, it's kind of like you got to let people speak and who they really are, and then
would you let Nazis speak? Do you think it's good to let Nazis speak?
How do I know if someone is a schnazi until they actually show their real truth in a full conversation?
Well, the point is, I was probably saying is that they probably did, and you probably didn't kick them.
Do you think that there's kids that come up on your panel that say N-word, 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 N-word?
Yes.
Listen,
and we kicked them off. And we kicked them off.
Yeah, and they're not racist people. They're just saying that to troll you.
We think that's racist.
Yeah, that's
I'm saying that it's very racist.
Saying slurs is racist, no matter.
Yeah,
if you're
I get it. But do you think that there's people that do that just to come up to say the most horrendous thing?
Taylor, think of the $5.
But they don't hold to true racism values.
I don't even know what that means.
That's what I was just about to say. What are racism values? What is racism values?
They're just saying that to troll you guys.
Santana, I think he means by racism values, he means asking someone that doesn't look white if they're an American citizen, right? Is that what you mean?
Oh, wait. I thought, no, Dan. I thought it was when you ask you say black people are subservient to white people.
Dan, was anyone speaking to you? Dan, was anyone speaking to you?
Liam, do you want to address any of those fucking claims? Seriously, dude. I'm about to kick you off. Address those fucking claims. Those are like fucking insane. Those are actually insane.
If we could actually have a one-way conversation or a two-way.
No, Liam, address the fucking claims. You're gonna get kicked from the line.
Give me one claim. What is it?
You said that black people are subservient to white people. You also said that Dan.
Can we shut up? Can we talk about one? Stay on one.
Okay. Address the first one.
Hold on.
No. Parker asked me a question.
Which one of your races?
Put your tongue back in your mouth. Parker asked me a question. Okay.
Pick your racism, Liam. Go ahead.
So you asked me why I think that black people are subservient to white people. Is that what you just said, right? Because I said that. What I said in context, I said to Jaden.
No, because you were talking to me.
Fucking ways to stop speaking over me, dude.
No, because you're lying. You're
I'm gonna bounce if you don't shut the fuck up.
You're
dude.
literally lying, Liam. You are on Erica's panel and you were talking to me. You said that I was subservient to Parker.
Is this the way you run your panel?
And then you said that black people are subservient to white people.
He's so mad. He won't address the facts. Haley, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much, Haley. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Arian, thank you so much for the $30 for babysitting MAGAs today. Thank you so much.
You know what's amazing is I'm going to still have my job, but when TikTok goes, you're not going to have yours, Parker.
How old is Liam?
So how funny is that?
And you're still going to think about me, Liam, every day.
43, okay.
No, I'm not the one. I'm not the one watching.
Liam, you're going to think about me every day. Now address what you said. You want to address it instead of just get mad at me and like crash out on the stream?
Yeah, I will. I will if you can tell what's his face to shut his mouth. Santana.
Well, I mean, listen, just get your racism in order.
Do I have to go through it again now and sound like a moron because I keep repeating myself?
You always do anyway.
That's inevitable.
No, just talk about the right racist time. You're confusing your racism.
Santana, please shut the hell up, man.
Okay, Liam, go ahead.
So, subservient, okay? So I've been on Tommy's panel. I don't know if you know who Tommy is, okay? I've been on Tommy's panel quite a few times, and it always would go off off the chain. We start talking, belittling mothers and all kinds of shit. Okay. I never really came into his panel to troll. I wanted to talk politics. And it was, Tommy's a fucking punk. Okay. That's just what it is. And Jaden would really, he would be totally different on your panel than he would be on Tommy's. So when I saw Jaden, he pissed me off, and I said, "You are an Uncle Tom." We were in a conversation.
That is racism. Now you're not addressing the specific point that we.
I am, and then he said, "Why are you calling me a racial slur?" And I said, "Because I believe the way that you've treated me when you're around someone like Tommy, you're acting like you're subservient." Okay. That's what it is. It's not
Liam,
truly. It's not truly you,
Liam,
because I've talked to him on his own.
Liam,
Shut up, dude. I'm almost done.
I know, because you're telling me. I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about that. I literally, I've said that multiple times. I'm not.
Why is
talking
this
about
guy
that.
cutting me off when I'm
Santana, I think I know. No, you
Walker's
guys are talking
question.
past each other. You know how, like, when MAGA comes up and they mix up, like, the New York fraud case for Trump? And
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening,
It's
Dan.
the same thing. This guy's racist so often, he's not even sure which moment you're talking about.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you
I just want to make this clear.
got it.
This is the guy that feels okay in voting for Donald Trump. Just to clarify, chat.
Oh,
let's be real here.
I feel great.
You see what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%. I would do it tenfold.
Weren't you just saying you were super concerned about the wildfires? And like I was saying earlier, Trump repeatedly threatens to pull like wildfire funding from the federal government to help California.
No.
Those two things?
What you need to talk about
How do you reconcile those?
is the little minnow, the spelt fish that they detoured fucking rivers and didn't collect the water.
Do you ever address a point head on without just bringing up random tangents?
Dude, you need to shut the hell up. I live in California. I know what's going on here, all right?
I live in California too, and you have no clue what's going on.
You're in your fucking basement all the time.
And Barbara, thank you so much for the 50. Oh, I'm in my basement. I'm not in my basement right now, dude. What are you talking about?
Hey, Parker, you want to meet me tomorrow and help with the disaster?
No, I do not want to ever meet you. I do not want to ever meet you.
Really?
Barbara,
Let's go
thank you for the
Altadena.
$50. Thank you so much, Barbara. I appreciate the $50. Thank you
Let's
so
go
much.
to
Appreciate it.
Listen.
Hey, Parker,
Let's go to
that sounds,
Hey, Barbara,
that sounds
make sure
dangerous.
to. I know, right? Barbara, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Make sure to go to my bio. There's a Discord link in my bio, or you can look up discord.gg/ Oh, Dan, you have to go on your other account because it gave you a harassment and bullying flag. It gave Liam one too. Well, Liam's gone too. Make sure to go to discord.gg/ Parker get a job. So just take my username, look up discord.gg spam Parker / Parker get a job, not spam. Discord.gg / Parker get a job. That's the best place to go. If they join on other accounts, we might be able to add them back up.
I can't believe that guy's real.
Adam, is this your first time interacting with Liam?
It is. I've seen him here and there. I saw the push-up contest. I didn't know it was that bad.
Oh, he's horrible. He's really
he's
bad.
actually insane.
Yeah.
It's also concerning. You said he's 43 and he like
43.
makes, I guess, like a frequent occurrence of arguing with like people in their 20s and like getting really triggered.
Like putting us in the background, like me, Harry, and Chris, and like he's like obsessed with us. So, like, yeah.
But to be fair, if Parker ever agreed to be his friend, he would stop. So
that's what it is. Yeah, it's like a cry for help or attention, kind of. Yeah.
Insane.
You know what? I'm gonna drop down. Adam, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise. I'll shoot you a follow.
Yeah, likewise.
All right. Yeah, I think they're done. So let's go on to the next person real quick. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Keep tapping that screen, everyone. Let's get to 500,000 likes. I got like 45 minutes left on the live, everyone. All right, let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that, Parker, but you do look like an awesome ice climber.
Appreciate you. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Oh, this person's going to be an interesting person to talk to. Okay, it's not accepting this person. Push the hand heart. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Push the hand heart.
Hello?
Yeah, did you vote Trump?
Hello?
How old are you?
Yes, I did.
How old are you?
33.
Did you and what did you?
I'm 33.
And why'd you vote Trump?
He's better for the economy. He's better for everything.
What's your birth year?
1991, January 18.
Okay. All right. So what was the reason you voted Trump?
The economy, He makes everything better.
Thank you so much for the
Democrats are in power, and you're a beta male, beta.
Okay, why? Okay.
Why?
Dude, you have dude, are you on like a farm in the middle of nowhere? Jesus Christ, dude. This is why Biden's trying to extend the infrastructure bill.
Yeah, we need more broadband.
To have high-speed broadband in rural communities. Because like MAGA Mobile is done with. We're cooking MAGA Mobile. We're extending high-speed broadband to rural communities. By the way, I think we can hear your song. By the way.
Oh, really? My bad.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Oops.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Sorry, I didn't mean to join. Fuck Trump.
Based. This next person up here only sent a guest request if you did vote Trump. If you want to support me or Adam, I don't know if Adam has it in his bio, but Linktree in the bio for Venmo, Cash App, PayPal.
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Sorry, I'm.
You're good. You're good. Don't worry. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. All right, let's get this next person up here. By the way, everyone, you got about 40 minutes or so left on the live. 40 minutes or so left on the live, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you, the Galaxy. Thank you so much. Why'd you vote Trump?
I thought it was kind of weird that Tim Walz had so many lies, like saying he was in combat and then lying about being in China during the Tiananmen Square protests.
So you didn't vote for Kamala Harris because of something the vice president, quote unquote, lied about? Okay, I have a question. Would you vote for Donald Trump, or would you not vote for Donald Trump because of something that J.D. Vance did?
Like what?
Like if there was anything that J.D. Vance did, would you use that as a reason to not vote for him?
I mean, depends on what it was.
So what if it was a lie?
I mean, how severe? I mean, it's kind of weird that he just lies about being in the protests and then defends it by saying he's a knucklehead.
Let me ask you a question. What's a bigger lie? Lying about being in a specific place like that, or lying about the results of an election to try to overturn the results?
I think they're both lies. It's
no, but like, what's a bigger issue? Like, can you identify that?
I mean, I think both are just unnecessary.
Yeah, that was a nice answer to my question. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that answer. Could you be more vague, please?
I think they're equally
severe, you think?
Severe.
Yeah, lying about the results of the election to overturn the results is equally severe.
I mean, I think lying about being in combat when you really wasn't is worse than both.
Okay, well, how about lying about some particular thing like bone spurs so that you don't have to get drafted?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
What about lying and saying you have bone spurs to be able to not get drafted?
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, don't
just hypothetically.
Dude, the brain cells are not working.
Faking a medical condition to dodge the draft, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think that's a bad thing.
Would you like not vote for someone based upon that?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
No, Donald Trump's done that 3 times. Well, you know what? I really don't care about that. So, do you regret voting for him?
No.
See what I mean?
Because I think both lies are equally...
You see what I mean?
Severe.
You see what I mean?
What do you mean?
You just said you wouldn't vote for someone who's done that. I showed you that Trump did it 3 times. And you're like, you know what? I'd still vote for him. You know, didn't even have to think twice. No second analysis, nothing. You're like, you know what?
It's almost like you don't actually care about telling lies.
To my original point. Do you think it's bad that he lied about those 2 things? Or no?
I think it's bad to lie about things like that. Yes. Now, do I think that he lied about that? No, I probably think it was a mistake, right? When it comes to things like that. But like Donald Trump, actively speaking, lied about these things.
Well, the Tiananmen Square protests ended in June, and it was documented that he didn't get there till August. So it is.
No way. You're saying he was off by like 2-3 months? That's crazy.
I mean, it's a pretty big event to be mistaken about.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about big events,
7 million votes.
Losing an election, lying.
7 million votes, by the way. Biden won by 7 million votes, and Trump couldn't tell.
Where did the 20 million votes go that were for him?
You know what voter turnout is?
It was less than 20 million. Kamala Harris had, I think it was, 75 million? So they lost like less than 6 million.
I mean, California was also still counting ballots weeks after election day.
Okay. Do you think
India
those were
is
fake? Do you think those
India
were
is a
fake
country
votes?
of over 1 billion people. They hand count their election in less
Do you think
than
those were
24
fake
hours.
votes? Do you think those were fake votes?
Probably.
So they used fake votes, yet they didn't win?
I was in a frat at Michigan State.
Bree.
and
They used fake votes, yet they didn't
Michigan
win.
State, go blue. Fuck that. Sorry.
I was in a frat at Michigan State, and we were receiving.
Of course you were in a frat.
We were receiving mail-in ballots for people who hadn't.
I'm not trolling. I was going to ask you if you were in a frat. I'm not trolling.
We were receiving ballots from people who hadn't been in the frat house in over 10 years.
And like, dude, like, honestly, man, like, it was like crazy, dude. That the parties last night, dude, you should have been, dude. Like, we were talking about Trump like the whole night, dude, and how he's gonna like lower prices, bro.
No, he's not going to have some woman rapper go up and shake her ass at a political rally. So
Dude,
unprofessionally.
Wait, yeah, he's just gonna bring someone up on the stage to say that Puerto Rico is a floating island of garbage.
Which was a funny joke.
Oh, okay, so you think that's a funny joke, but it's not okay to like literally twerk.
Those
You care
people
more
in the
about
audience
twerking?
look so uncomfortable.
So you care more about twerking than you care about literally saying that Puerto Rico is a floating island of garbage. Like, think about that, dude. That's actually insane. The level of priorities are fucking delusional.
One was a joke. The other was like trying to be serious.
How dare someone dance
so
when music is
unprofessional.
playing? Yeah.
Appreciate the Andar. I'm gonna go insane. I have a question. You think that they're responsible for people that they bring up onto like the stage? So is Donald Trump responsible for the people that he put on his administration that called him a fascist, that said he's unfit to be president of the United States, that said he's a laughing fool to foreign leaders around the world?
And who said that?
Or said that he didn't lose the election? People like Bill Barr, McMaster, General Kelly. Right? I can keep referencing people.
Mike Pence said he wanted to violate the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't support that.
Okay.
But that's less bad than lying about the month you went to China for some reason.
It's just, I found it weird though. Like what? I mean, that's not something you can just mistake.
Why do you only apply standards to the people you don't like, and then when it comes to Trump, there's suddenly a magical explanation for everything?
They got civic and election integrity. But I have a guess that, that person had Canada and the U.S. is under the U.S. flag.
Oh, damn.
Wait, we have another person like that. Yo, what's up, Paladin?
I'm Mitchie.
Did you vote Trump?
I actually had a question for you.
Did you vote Trump? I'll take that as I know. All right. Oh, this person's here. Hector, did you vote Trump?
Of course.
Okay. What's up with your profile picture?
What do you mean, what's up on my profile picture? Aren't you excited to have Canada part of the United States?
No, I don't want to economically coerce Canada to join the United States. I think that's
But
wrong.
wouldn't it be beneficial to both countries?
No, I think Canadians would think that's not beneficial because they would not get health care.
Do you know how long Canadians have to wait for to be seen by doctors?
Dude, I've talked to you a million times, and you're just as insane now as you always are. What is wrong with you, dude? Why do you make different accounts to come up on my live to try to talk to me a million times when you know I'm just going to call you batshit insane crazy? Do you have like an embarrassment kink? Do you like being embarrassed on the live over and over again?
I've literally never talked to you before.
Yes, you have. I've talked to you fucking like a dozen times, dude. And I've dog walked you every time you come on my live, dude.
You've never dog walked anyone in your life. You get embarrassed by everyone.
Can you name one point I've ever been embarrassed on?
1 point? I'm trying to think of the one. Oh, the death or the you comparing someone who's brain dead to zygotes. Because the brain dead patients have no possibility of ever waking up.
So if it's predicated off of possibility, then you value sperm cells 1.1 second prior to conception because they have a possibility of being a human being, like the sperm cell that led to. So you value a sperm cell, sperm rights. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm quitting. I'm quitting, dude. Like sperm rights, dude. I hear sperm rights before GTA 6 gets dropped.
This is a MAGA agenda. Annex Greenland and sperm rights. We're in for a great 4 years.
Dude. And Marion, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Sperm rights is, oh my god, bro. That's actually crazy.
Get that on a t-shirt.
I'm seriously about to drop that t-shirt. I'm serious. Sperm rights. Honestly, yeah, I'll be doing a lot more in-person stuff. Like, I'll have to try to figure all that out. I don't know. It's gonna take like I'll have to like reinvent the wheel, kind of. I'll have to figure out what works for me. How's your mental health? Good right now, but I mean, it's probably gonna be bad if TikTok gets banned. That would suck. It would really suck. So you think it's getting banned then? I don't know. I'm like 50-50. Kai, thank you so much for the $1. How do I find info for debating? Reliable info for debating? It depends on what you're doing. Depends on what you're looking for. AP News, Reuters, NPR, and PBS. Those are typically the places I go to. Parker versus Batman, who wins? Probably or debates, me, and everything else Batman. I'd beat Batman in a debate. I could do that. Sid, thank you for the $5. I literally don't even go on my For You page. I only care about TikTok because I like watching you guys. Oh, thank you so much. Matt, thank you for the $2 for sperm rights, and Tanner, thank you for the $1. W Sid, I appreciate that. Don't worry, I will be making content still. Matt, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still gonna be making content. I'll be trying my hardest to keep doing what I love, you know. Happy birthday, Parker. It's not my birthday. My birthday's until April. I probably won't even get my birthday on TikTok. That'd be really sad. Leah, think of the $4. What would happen if Canada becomes a state? I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't even know what to say. You in LA? Yes, I am. Are the fires close to you? Yes. To my typical place, they're pretty close to me. Jaden, thank you so much for the $4. Thank you. What did you go to college for and where? I can't say where because I don't want to dox myself, but I did go for economics. Garrett, thank you for the $3 for hey, I'm trying to get this link out for the LA fires. If you could share it. If you approve. Yeah, what is it about? You'd have to message me. Message me under this, the same thing. Laura, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. Has anybody on a live changed your perspective about anything ever? Yes. Does TikTok ban only affect the USA? Yeah, only the US. If you're in Canada, you're fine. If you're in Europe, you're fine. It would just be me that's gone, which is kind of sad. Move into Canada, I guess. Yeah, for real. Kimberly, thank you for the $2 for high winds. Your B-Day, April 7th. Yes, I definitely will. And Sierra, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. People are quick to like attribute fault to them. I'd like to hear the argument. That's kind of like my thoughts. If there's like an argument, I'm totally fine with applying accountability onto mayors or governors or anything like that if they've done something wrong in terms of natural disasters. All right, everyone, a few more minutes, and I'm getting off. And I told my girlfriend 10 minutes. Whenever I said 10 minutes. A few more minutes. 3 more minutes. 3 minutes, everyone. Supreme Court is not ruled. Sentencing is tomorrow for Trump, though. Ritters, thank you so much for the $5. Did you see the conversation between Elon Musk and Alice? No, I did not. It was really bad. Let me see. It was really bad. She called Mustache Man a communist, and he agreed as well. Oh, my God. Sarah, thank you for the $1 for what do you think about Republicans blaming Newsom for the fires? I'd like to hear the argument. Rebecca, thank you so much for the $10. How do you think sentencing is going to go tomorrow? I have no clue. He could be in prison. He could literally be sent to prison. I doubt it. But he could actually be sent to prison, Chad. That would be hilarious. I'm not going to lie. Can you imagine he has an Oval Office from prison? That would be wild. You know any updates of Kevin O'Leary buying TikTok? Nope. Nothing. All right, everyone. 2 more minutes and then I'm off. You gonna see Dean? He hasn't messaged me yet. Denise, thank you so much for the $5 for. Thank you for all you do. Stay safe. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Denise. You planning on evacuating? I'm not within an area to evacuate where I am right now. I will stay safe. Don't worry. I'll keep you all updated. If you want any updates about me, join my Discord. Discord.gg/Parker. Get a job. Kimberly, think of $1 for. Do you think that Donald Trump could still get his spray tans in prison? Probably. How many times do I have to block you? I don't know why you care to block me, but like if you message me, probably more. If you message in my chat. And I just have different accounts. All right, everyone, we got 1 more minute. Are you on Twitter? Yep. Parker, get a job. All right, everyone. I think I'm about to get off. All right, I love y'all so much. Have a fantastic night, everyone. I love y'all so much. Peace out, everyone. Love y'all.